you wicked them all. Say the wicked them all. And come down, hey, 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 hey. What you wicked them all. Say the wicked them all. And come down, just catch it on the balance wheel. 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 Jesus, are you balance? Boy, trouble. Watch out. Watch you wicked them all. Say the wicked them all. And come down. Hey, 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 hey. Watch you wicked them all. Say the wicked them all. And come down. We say how we are born to do. Boy, ready? Ready? Boy, we say how we are born to do. Yes. Boy, sit down there. Just catch it on the balance wheel. 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 Jesus, are you balance? Boy, trouble. Watch out. Watch you wicked them all. Say the wicked them all. And come down. balance wheel. Catch him on the balance wheel. Catch him on the balance wheel. Jesus, are you balance?
So why you come to me with that foolishness, you know? You elect a prime minister, and is a prime minister run the country. It is time we learn to hold our leaders accountable for their actions and stop making excuses for them. Stop making excuses. Otherwise, go elect the people who really run in the country. And I don't want the right start that stupid argument. Hold the people you elect accountable and stop making excuses for them.
Hello, welcome. Happy Thursday to everyone. Happy Thursday to those in television land. Happy Thursday to our silent supporters. Happy Thursday to everyone in the chat. Thank you so much, as usual, for tuning in. Remember, when you come in, thumbs up the live, share us out if you can. And if you're new to the channel, please show us some support by subscribing. That will be greatly appreciated. And remember, guys, our membership is still active. Let me give a special shout out to all our channel members and also to all of our moderators, and also an umbrella welcome to everyone in the chat. The chat is gone out of my bones now to say give individual welcome. So an umbrella welcome. Today's topic is JLP Andrew Wheatley to face the court on illicit enrichment charges, with your host Mystic Sensation, which comprises Baron and Anne-Marie, and we have Melting Pot in the building. Without any delay, I am going to hand over to Baron to start the discussions.
All right. Thank you for that, Lady Mystic. But let me say, Jamaica and all my listeners, it's a wonderful day. And we all know why it is a wonderful and blessing day. But before I get into the heat today, because it is going to be heat after heat, let me just have Brother Melting Pot, right, meet and greet his people. And then, of course, and let me say a wonderful umbrella welcome to everyone in the chat who tuning in. As my wife said, the chat is just out of hand. So, I mean, you know, we have to do an umbrella welcome. So let me just have Melting Pot, just meet and greet.
Blessings. Greetings once again to everyone tuning in to the Thursday edition, afternoon segment of the Mystic Sensation Live. You don't know we have come all this space because things hot in Jamaica. You know, you go see them have this guy now up for, you know, investigation and prosecution and jailhouse and everything that come with criminality. Wheatley. So we are going at that. But we want to big up everybody as usual all around the globe, you know. Right around. UK fans, Canadian fans, American, Caribbean, then people them down in Africa and entire Europe and places down in the Pacific like Australia and New Zealand and Fiji and them places. We have people around the globe who listen to it. Yeah, and to our local fan base, you know, Ground Zero. Pleasant afternoon to Ground Zero people as usual. Melting Pot always, you know, reserve a special place and I'm thought for you people. Yeah. And to the 2 Mileites them, Walthamites, Maxwellites, yeah, Greenwich Farm crew, Payne Avenue crew, big up on yourself, man. Majestic Garden, same way, you know. Yeah, big up on yourself, man. All Olympic way, same way. Well, big up the whole of the people, you know, the whole of the Jamaican them, because you right, you know, labor right to convert, you know, in a way where we like. Yeah, because them I realize the government where them have in charge of the country, we are represent them party. Now I want nothing. So labor right to fall in line to, you know. So big up on yourself, welcome. Yeah, and to the host, Sir Lord Byron, love and respect, same way. Technical Director, Lady Anne Marie, with the gold finger, big up, enough love, Melting Pot straight. Over back to the host, Sir Lord Byron.
All right. Yes, my Jamaican people and all my listeners. Right. Today we are going to break down a couple of things and, you know, deliver clarity in the space. Let me say that. Now, no one can say that, okay, all right, where is the opposition? Because you always hear that. And I don't understand that whenever the Jamaica Labour Party put them foot in mess, you understand, people are asking what the opposition is doing, what the opposition is doing. Well, we have seen where the opposition came out, conference, right? And they delivered on message. They delivered on message for those, right? And I hope that they are following to have the understanding that the People's National Party, right, came out and they had spoken on the matter. Now, let us put that aside. Now we are going to deal with some very serious situation. And, you know, we make our research and I am going to bring the evidence forward. Now we have a situation as it relates to the 10,000 non-Jamaican who came to Jamaica. And the narrative and the print media put it out there to say that Audrey Marks initiated the United States. That is far from the truth. And I'm going to show you solid evidence. We have the evidence. Audrey Marks did not initiate United States. And let me explain. That's the reason why Horace Chang could not speak that in Parliament and where that is going to go on the unsard. If you notice what Horace Chang said, the United States initiate, and he's right. He's correct. Now, a lot of persons, of course, where Mystic is going with this now, because I mean, it's out there that is Audrey Marks, right? And, you know, it's in the media. But let me just read what is out there. And I'm going to show you the evidence that she can't. Now, let us get to the Audrey Marks, right? Embassy, diplomatic, note names, cabinet minister, as originate of a third country nationals. Let us get into that, yes. Let us get into that document, right? And bite into that. And we are going to, and this is why when we are putting out information, right, investigation is important. Now here it is, Jamaica. After mark, U.S. Embassy diplomatic note names cabinet minister as originator of third country national proposal. And they have Audrey Marks up there. Poor Audrey Marks. All right, Audrey, we know that you are getting some real serious bashing here. Now, a diplomatic note from the United States U.S. Embassy in Kingston has stated that a cabinet minister proposed a controversial deal to Washington that would have had Jamaica receive up to 10,000 third country nationals. Now, take it away on it. Now, Jamaica, let me explain this to you. There is no minister, right? There is no minister. Yeah, you're right. Yes. There is no minister. Let me see. Because that's how to distract me. Yeah. There is no minister, no member of parliament when it comes to foreign policy can initiate, right, with another country without the approval of the cabinet. It's as a matter of fact, it's a constitutional law. It cannot be done. And that is the reason why Horace Chang couldn't bring that sort of lie into Parliament. And when it is going to go on the answer. Now let me show you the evidence, and this is one of the reasons why it is important, very important, for people to do their research. Now, let us lift up the document, and I'm going to show you all the documents where that cannot happen. Cannot. Here it is, Jamaica, and I want you to read it. So we have the research done, and I want you to read it for yourself. That's when you hear a certain argument, you dismiss it. Dismiss it. Here it is. No, an individual member of parliament, MP, in Jamaica cannot make foreign policy decisions without the approval of the cabinet. Foreign policy is an executive power governed by the principles of collective responsibility. Simply meaning it cannot be done. Under the Constitution of Jamaica, the Prime Minister and the Cabinet have the ultimate responsibility for directing the government's policies, including international relations and foreign affairs. While a minister, usually the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, handles this portfolio, significant foreign policy decision must be deliberated and agreed upon by the broader cabinet to present a united governmental front. Standard backbench MPs do not hold executive portfolios and do not have legal authority to commit the state to international agreement or policy changes. And here the various documents that you can find it, the Manual of Cabinet and Ministerial Procedures, the Politics of Jamaica, Wikipedia, and OAS.org. Take that away. Take that away. So Jamaica, I don't care what that diplomatic cable is saying. You can't go around mystic sensation around here, so. Foreign policy doesn't work like that. The cabinet. So what I'm saying to you, Jamaica, that this decision, in terms of having 10,000 non-Jamaican into Jamaica, it's very serious enough. And I'm going to show you how serious this thing is. This was done by Donald Trump, Marco Rubio, Andrew Holness. All three. Andrew Holness, Donald Trump, and Marco Rubio done this. Cannot be done and carried out by Audrey Marks. Cannot. She will be fired. Right? Think of it and be prudent that you are the government of a country and you have one of your member of parliament. That's why people, when you hear things, question it. When you hear things, when you hear some things push out there, question it. If you are a legitimate government and one of your minister go and speak to a foreign country and make a deal without the approval of the cabinet, what sort of country can run like that? So it is garbage. Garbage. Now, let me further demonstrate that this was done by Andrew Holness, Marco Rubio, and Donald Trump. Government to government. Government to government. When you're talking about foreign policy. Government to government. Not government to member of parliament. The President of the United States dealing with foreign policy is not going to communicate, right, to an ordinary member of parliament. That's not how it works. It doesn't work like that. So dismiss this. Now, let us put up the Marco Rubio and let us hear what Marco Rubio has to say. Want you to listen, people.
We are actively searching for other countries to take people from third countries. So we are actively, not just El Salvador, we are working with other countries to say, we want to send you some of the most despicable human beings to your countries. Will you do that as a favor to us? And the further away from America, the better, so they can't come back across the border. I'm not apologetic about it. We are doing that. The president was elected to keep America safe and to get rid of a bunch of perverts and pedophiles and child rapists out of our country. Here's something else we've done. We stopped giving student visas to people who are coming here to burn down our universities and take over libraries and harass people. Why are we giving student visas to people who are coming here to create disruption? And we've taken away the student visas of people that are come here to do that. It's simple. If you're coming to America to start riots, we're not going to give you, we're going to take away your student visa. We are actively searching for other countries to take.
Stop this. So, Jamaica government, I want you to come and speak to us on this. I want Jamaica government to come and speak to us about this, because it is very clear in terms of what Marco Rubio said, that they are looking for the most despicable, rapists, pedophile, hardened criminals. And they're looking for countries that they can stay far away from the United States. El Salvador. And they look towards the Caribbean. And you are telling me that Andrew Holness, because you are corrupted, because the United States have you by your balls, to agree to have despicable persons, as according to Marco Rubio, where the ICE agency go around, take people off of the street, put them in a detention. Also, go into their prisons in the United States and take out some of the worst of the worst. Me and you today, Andrew Holness. And so no spin as it relates to, oh, it's Audrey Marks made contact. You're not going to get away with this. We know that that cannot happen. It is you and your government, you and your administration, because you know that the United States have you. And this is what you have done, you understand, to ease the pressure on your ass. This is what you have done to ease the pressure on your ass. You have taken amongst the 10,000 dangerous criminals to put on our streets. Jamaica must not stand for this. Among the 10,000 people that you agreed, because of course you know what the United States have on you, and so then they force you to take them. You can't say no. The truth about it, you can't say no to them. And you have. That's why I asked Fitzjackson and myself, MP Fitzjackson and myself, on the last appearance of Mr. Fitzjackson and the Mystic Sensation Live. We are concerned. Where are you going to put those persons? You cannot, Andrew Holness, you cannot have these people who are serious criminals. Let me tell you what Marco Rubio said. Let me tell you how Marco Rubio categorized them. Pedophile, rapists, hardened criminals on our street to mix up with our Jamaican citizens. You are out of order. You are out of your place, Andrew Holness. You're not going to get away with this. So we don't want vloggers to be distracted from the real thing that is going on here. Don't put Andrew Marks in the front line. Andrew Marks is not the person. Don't put Andrew Marks in the front line. And Andrew Marks, let me say this. We know you are innocent. Because we know that you cannot make foreign policy decision without the approval of cabinet. We have serial killers amongst those people. They cannot go back to their country for the very same reasons their countries rejected them. The truth about the matter, their countries rejected them. And let me tell you something in terms of the next document I'm going to show you, Jamaica, you're going to shock. Many of these people who Donald Trump and Marco Rubio sent to Jamaica, they have current court battle with the United States. Andrew Honest, you're going to pay for this. They have current court battle in the United States. As a matter of fact, many of them pleading their cases. So let me ask Donald Trump and let me ask Marco Rubio. What did you do and bring Jamaica in your mess? It's quid pro quo. Your exercise here. Tantamount to human trafficking. That's what Jamaica has agreed to commit human trafficking. This is unbelievable, Jamaica. We are going to get into the heart of this morning. Now, let me bring up another document to show you that these people are actively, some of them have serious situation with the United States. Donald Trump can just push them off to the Caribbean to hide them from the court and circumvent the court. This is more serious than how we're looking at it in terms of the research that I'm doing. It is much more serious. It is much more serious. You can't have criminals walking on our streets. So the question, where are you going to put them, sir? Where are you going to put them? Strong, come clean. You have fully stated in the parliament that the United States initiated. And I do agree that you are telling the truth with that. But you need to come clean. You need to come clean. Amongst those people you are getting, you know nothing about their profile antecedent. Marco Rubio is telling you their profile antecedent. You can't just take criminals and have them loose on our roads. You can't take the possibility of serial killers. Why you think their country reject them? They are rejects from their countries. Many of them who may have killed, wanted for all sorts of atrocities in their countries. And out of your mouth, Marco Rubio, that you are looking for country, third world country, to pound them off on. So if they are not good to be in the United States, let me ask you a question, Marco Rubio. You may ask Marco Rubio. Why are they good to be in Jamaica? You see the reason when you said a government is corrupted? And because you don't know, so you catch Andrew Honest and shit and him shenanigans. Just like Andrew Wheatley, but now come to him later. Because let me tell you something, Andrew Wheatley. No matter if you have 10 lawyers in your pocket, Jamaica, let me talk to you. You see how long Mystic Sensation is here and Mystic Sensation is saying, I don't care what others are saying on their platform, that, you know, Andrew Honest is going to get away and they are going to get away with this and get away with that. Because I know the judiciary. Let me tell this to Wheatley. You could have 10 liars in your pocket. And Mystic Sensation, I say, all right, get 20 more. You are going to prison. You are going to prison. Now, let me take this caller here. Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Blessings.
All right. There's a couple of things I have to say as an example. The first thing, it's a 1 year when time is small. But then say the cow look for the weakest side of the fence to jump over. The reason why I'm not going to use this.
Yes, can you take out the cock out of your background? I'm just joking. Go ahead.
Okay, hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. The reason I'm using the cow look for the weakest side to jump over. The government, which is, at 35 of them, which is become by a group of them, make up the government work in order to represent the people of the country.
Yes.
Basically, all me see, everything them put at the government agree with it. They don't disagree and think and say, well, if I do this, the Jamaican people are going to get hurt, and at the end of the day, they're not going to benefit the country. They don't rebut against nothing as far as me concerned. They agree with everything as far as me concerned. No matter if Jamaican people get hurt, no matter if the country will sink, it doesn't really matter as far as me concerned and see it. All the thing you see me do as a government coming, him not put Jamaica people above that at the end of the day, whatever I do, the Jamaica people don't feel that effect. As far as they see it, most of the thing when do, Jamaica people feel the effect instead of get benefits.
Yes.
Me enough, everything you do in life now, you either get good or you get bad. If you do good things in whatever you do, Jamaica people get the benefit. But if you do something that's wrong, the Jamaica people feel the effect. You know what I mean? So as far as we're concerned and see it, there's nothing at all in doing what at the end of the day we can get benefits from.
Yes.
Him coming all in front of a thing, them said to him, he not disagree with nothing as far as me see it.
He cannot, hold on, Carla.
The end of the day, Jamaica people are suffer.
Hold on, Carla.
Jamaica people are suffer.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Yes, you're 100% correct, Carla. But remember now that, hold on, Carla. Let me explain something to you. He cannot disagree with anything that the United States want because it's compromised. It's fully compromised. If you agree and you go against Donald Trump, you're going to be punished. So he has to bow. He has to lick the ass of Donald Trump. And I'm not asking you. He can't.
So that's why when I said the Cuban have to come back to the country, I remember I say I pay people the Cuban them there for years.
Yes.
Most poor people at Jamaica, you know.
Yes, he has to let them go.
So why didn't I put the team at the first place? Why never rebut them and say no, if it is going to hurt Jamaica people, and you're going to hurt me as well? Whenever I disagree the first one,
no, he can't disagree, sir. I just told you he can't disagree.
But that look good Jamaica people then.
Right.
To be honest with you, because I said the reason why I say 35 right in the parliament.
Yes.
You have the opposition. The opposition have you almost go by what the government say.
Yes.
I observe the parliament as an example. Because me as well go by people their action. If opposition also something.
All right. Hold on, Carla. Wrap up in a minute. Bear in mind that a lot of people are calling in and they want to say their views.
What I want to say as an example, I don't agree with what people might come in the country.
All right.
I want them to stop it from coming in the country.
Okay.
And let them come to be a problem for all of our country. We have a problem. So I want to go and stop it.
Yeah, man. Point.
Simple as that.
Yeah, man. Point well taken. And I agree with you. Blessings. All right. Sister Winnie, me see your call. You understand, Sister Winnie. Call me back, Sister Winnie. Right. Oh, Jesus, another caller. Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Please go ahead.
Hi, Mystic.
Blessings, my sister.
How are you?
I'm fine. And you?
I'm good.
Thank you.
I just want to bring to your attention
Yes.
that, I like to Google.
Yes.
Let never so good. It says here that a U.S. federal judge stopped down the Trump administration's third country deportation policy.
Yes.
Ruling that removing immigrants to countries where they have no ties without due process is unlawful.
Thank you. Hold on. Stop right there. Stop right there. And I'm glad how you read that, because I am coming up with some information that is very serious that is going to use against Jamaica. So please go ahead. Repeat what you said too. Repeat what you said, because I want people to hear you understand the research that you have done, which you are correct.
It says a U.S. federal judge struck down the Trump administration's third country deportation policy, ruling that removing immigrants to countries where they have no ties without due process is unlawful.
And that is 100%.
However, the U.S. Courts of Appeals for the First Circuit has paused this ruling, allowing the Department of Homeland Security to continue enforcement while appeals proceed.
Yes.
The legal battle over this controversial policy has involved the following developments. The lower court ruling, U.S. District Judge Brian Murphy in Boston, ruled that deporting migrants to alternate countries without meaningful notice and an opportunity to object violates the law.
Yes.
The appeals court paused. An appellate panel narrowly voted to temporarily pause Judge Murphy's decision, allowing the administration to continue sending deportees to countries willing to accept them, such as Rwanda, Estonia, and Ghana, while the case is swiftly reviewed.
Yes.
Individual return cases. Federal judges has made exception in specific such ordering the government to return a Colombian woman who was illegally deported to the Democratic Republic of Congo after Congo initially refused her entry. Required assurances. Under standard U.S. immigration law, the receiving government must provide sufficient reliable assurances that a deportee will not be persecuted, tortured, or sent to a third country where they would face danger.
All right. So more likely what that is, that and that has, you know, some consequences as it relates to Jamaica. Many of them, we don't see the full details of the MOU. Many of them are going to be staying in Jamaica, might be permanently.
And then on the other hand, with the human rights problem that Jamaica has, police killing their own citizens. Are these people going to be safe in Jamaica? That's what Marco Rubio should be asking. And what Marco Rubio should be asking is that the Prime Minister of Jamaica cannot declare his statutory declaration.
Well,
Where is his statutory declaration certificate?
cannot be certified.
Is he more a criminal than these people who was in the United States illegally?
Yes.
Trying to make a future and a living, and a prime minister who sit in Jamaica and rob the Jamaican people and cannot produce a statutory declaration. And Marco Rubio, we want to know where our US dollars are that we sent to Jamaica for the poor and needy after Hurricane Melissa. Thank you, Senator Marco Rubio. Please give us an answer.
Exactly. Blessings, my sister. Blessings. All right. Okay. Let me just take this next call. Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Go ahead.
Good day, good afternoon, Mr. Mystic.
Blessings, my sister.
And Miss Anne, good
Bless
day,
up,
good evening.
bless up.
Now, Mr. Mystic,
Yes.
Jamaica want to fix the people them, some of them shelterless, and go take up criminal with some dump. We don't know want in the US go put them on Jamaica, So that's the reason why they do that kill out the young man them, That not right, you know. Jamaica people, when the picnic them not safe. Them not go save women, female, when they're not going to be safe down there. Because these are people where Rubio never means to set them are hardened criminal. And them are clean out America. And that was one of the promise Trump had to the people of the United States, to clean it out and get rid of the criminal them. And Jamaica take them, dump them down there, and Jamaica you craven.
Unbelievable.
And you don't love Jamaica people. You don't love Jamaica people for do this. I want me can sell out the country so Andrew honest. On the resign, you know.
But sister, hold on, sister. Hold on, sister. This is a sovereignty issue, you know. This is a sovereignty issue. You understand? Because, I mean, you're forcing some people into the Jamaican space. You understand? Where we don't accept them. Right? This is a breach of our sovereignty. The man doesn't even respect us. This decision wasn't even debated in Parliament. This is dictatorship.
And the opposition should have known that something like this was going to happen. Everything them are doing as secrecy.
They blindfold the opposition with it. Blindfolded the opposition totally.
Question, Mr. Mystic. Can this go to the court? Can the opposition take this matter to the court?
Yes, the opposition can take this matter to the court. And, you know, that is going to be a drum roll over this particular situation here. None too about that.
Yeah, man. They have to.
All right, my sister.
Man, I tell you, the man mash up the country. Bad. And Jamaica people don't sit down, so I walk on. Well, I mean, I lie, I'm to do something to the people, them. A truth, man. I don't Jamaica that. I don't Jamaica.
Just a matter of time, sister. All right, let me just take another call. You hear, sister?
All right.
Bless up yourself.
Yes.
I know me can't reach to Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Go ahead.
Yeah, Mystic.
Yes, blessings. Yes.
What do you do? You all right? I hear up melting pot, man.
All right, melting pot, yellow. Man, so yellow.
And I did when they call you, right?
Yes.
And I said to you that Jamaica don't have a principled or disciplined foreign policy because it's all designed by Andrew to protect his own ass because he's compromised.
And you're correct.
You see what? You see what happened now? You see what happened now? A senior minister of the Jamaican government approached the United States.
No. Hold on. Let me stop you there. Hold on. Let me stop you there. I just show you understand where you can find it in the Constitution. Hold on. It cannot happen. So don't speak in that light. It is a lie. It is a lie. It is the Andrew Honest cabinet, you understand, who had negotiated. You understand? It has nothing to do with Audra Marks. Right? So if you are speaking to me, speak around that. All right?
But here is the point. Here's the point.
Yes.
We know that a couple ministers or senior member of the Jamaica Labour Party
yes.
do not have the right to travel to the United States. Some of them get back their visa. And some of them on the brink are losing it.
Yes.
So this is what is happening. They are sacrificing the Jamaican own personal self.
Yes.
So we do not have a foreign, a discipline or principled foreign policy. You see what happened to Andrew Winston? The area preached and here in Merchant Potter says the same thing.
Yes.
And just as how Crawford said, one by one,
they are going to jail.
There are 6 or 7 more to come because what Andrew is doing right now is they have to release them because Andrew until now has not been certified even the last year. So this is a situation. In Parliament yesterday, here is the Prime Minister of the country yelling at Getting Campbell. I tell you, shut up, and then turn around and they call him a bully because the truth and the facts are staring in the face. Yesterday, I felt good in myself. I felt so good. I felt hope. I felt hope. But I see how they get up in a parliament and rather than walk out, because and standing order, if the speaker tells the song, you have to song so the other speaker can continue. They stood their ground. They stood their ground because what the opposition, what the government was looking for was for them to walk out here.
Yes.
And kill the conversation.
Yes.
But they did not do that.
Exactly.
They did not do it. Is there a Berkshire again? I'm not telling Berkshire and turn off your mic. Berkshire talk to it. Keep talking. And she gets frustrated. Because they knew how can that situation like this so important, and yet the elected member of parliament are not allowed. They should have all day to ask the amount of questions they want to ask. She's going to restrict them. How much they can ask? Right? If standing out of section and repeat a question, that I can understand. And the Prime Minister stood there and called Gaetan Abuli, but Gaetan should have given the right answer. You guys should have tell him that it takes one to know the other.
All right, there you go.
But yesterday, they made me feel good. We have hope.
All right. Okay.
And tell nothing for us to keep it raw. And yes, it's coming.
He might come on next. You know. So that's why I clear the way for you. Yeah, he might come on next. So that's why I clear the way for you. All right. Blessings. All right. All right. Sister Winnie, me see you calling about boy. The people as me reach to you, right? Let me see if we can show look for Sister Winnie number. Let me see if we can show Sister Winnie the code. Meanwhile, I bring up the next document. Now, Jamaica, I want you to listen to this and listen to Mystic Sensation clearly. When Marco Rubio said that they are looking as it relates to the Trump administration, the most deplorable of them all. The most deplorable of them all. Sister Winnie, all right, I make sure some reverse and come back for you, you know. Yes, Sister Winnie, talk to me.
No, hello, good day, Mr. Mystic.
Good day.
And to your wife, lady, and melting pot. Listen to me, Rubio said the most despicable, what do we call it?
Most deplorable. Despicable too. Yes. The most
he's going to send to Jamaica.
Yes, that's what he said.
For other country to take, but I tell you all, not one can come to Barbados. Right? You know why he can do that to Jamaica? Because Andrew steal all the money, and Andrew is corrupt, and that's why Andrew cannot say no.
Talk about things, Miss Winnie.
Negotiation or not, Andrew have to take what America say.
Exactly.
Because they will hold him and coming for him. And I believe the ship that the big ship that they have coming the other day, when the light went up, prisoners, some of them was released in Jamaica. Some was released, they have them on the ship ready to send to Jamaica. You're going to realize there's a lot out there. Some of them not talking, just walking around. And you know that. And you need prison, and you need 100 years in prison. Dead in a prison.
100 again?
To Jamaica. If you wasn't so corrupt,
I want to put another 100 on it.
Would send this thing to you. Why can't he do that to Miss Montley?
Because Miss Montley.
Because Miss Montley is not corrupt.
Is not corrupt. She's not corrupt. United States could do that.
Gonzalo, that man that big Gonzalo the other day, they might be able to do this in Vincent. Because if it was Mr. Gonzalo was there, then none wouldn't go there. Because that man don't mince his word.
Yes.
And can you imagine Jamaica now? A whole lady working, probably going to the local shop to buy something. You don't know she might get robbed and beat up and killed. Because we have rapists, child rapists, nasty, stinking people that send to Jamaica for money. And when they come in, Trump don't have to give them 1 cent. Trump can go back on his word because that man cannot be trusted. When we get all the people there,
no, hold on. I'm going to put you on the ear. You're not on the ear. Hold on. I'll go put you on the ear.
It's a disgrace and a shame. My country my country. I will never go back to Jamaica. Never. And I've got some family out there who are, you know, if I didn't have the money to help to get out of Jamaica, I would tell them, go and get your passport quick, because it's going to be wrong.
Yes.
With all those apartments, Andrew and his wife and everyone in cabinet building is to host those people to get rent money from them. Because that's the only way they're going to get their money. Because who's going to come to Jamaica now to buy those property? Andrew, you and your wife should go to hell, and the hell shall reject you, make you just walk in the world and you cannot land nowhere. You're wicked to Jamaica. You do not like your country, the country that birthed you. Even though it's a one room you birthed, majority of us in a one room, 10 of us in a one room, but we don't come out as nasty as you.
Exactly.
You're a disgrace to Jamaica.
Living
And I
this
wish you never come back to Barbados to say you're coming here to do any business. And I hope you don't have no house out here.
No man, we might lock him up before. We might lock him up before, Mr. Winnie. Don't worry about that. We might lock him up before.
Jesus. What's going to happen to Jamaica when all those people there speaking a language no one understands?
Huh? Language barrier, that's another thing. I'm glad how Miss Winnie bring up that. You're gonna have these people have language barrier. This is just crazy. Thank you, Sister Winnie. Love your sister Winnie.
Have a nice day, sir.
Blessings.
I love you more.
Blessings. All right, let me just have this young lady speak to us. Right? Yes, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Go ahead.
Good afternoon again.
Good afternoon, my dear.
Good afternoon to your lovely wife.
Blessings.
Okay. I'm just asking you about, you don't have the Friday night show anymore?
We were contemplating as it relates to bring back Jeopardy and then have a segment of the politics. So because we are totally overtasked to be truthful, but we are contemplating about it.
Because mistake every Friday night, me the search me
Sorry.
Only 2 Friday nights now.
2 Friday nights now. So yeah, we are contemplating. We are going to bring it back on stream.
Friday evening, no, me no see it. And me say mistake, me a wonder. They are talking to Wayne out some this man, and me say Wayne, mistake not happen Friday.
All right.
The way me being a diary to your program, me have to listen you. And when me are searching up, Friday now, me no see it, and me I say, now that happened to Mystic,
Yes.
because me I beg you, see if you can encourage Mark Gold if he can go to court.
Yeah, we're going to have that dialogue as it relates to. I am going to talk to some lawyers. So of course, you know, we will give an update where that is concerned. In terms of, you know, whether or not, you know, it can be taken to court. I do believe that it can be taken to court. So I will be having that dialogue.
Yes, Mystic, we can't take them the people in our country.
Yes,
we
definitely.
cannot take those people in the country. I mean, no, say you can have the dialogue. Bring him on your show because people want even me and listen to
Fitz Jackson. Fitz Jackson.
Yes, exactly. Yes. Me want you call Mark Gold and see what can. Me say the only. Me say the call all.
Yes.
All 1 minute this morning, you know.
I am going to arrange. I am going to arrange. If Mark Golden can come on and, you know, we have a dialogue with him. So I am going to arrange that as well. Yeah.
Yes. I me tell Wayne, I say Wayne, you want you call Mark and talk to Mark, and me say me you call Misty. Me I call everybody to talk to Mark Golden to carry God court. We can't manage it. The people in the country they hungry, and you have to still take up on that unload guy in the Bowie. No, and you tell me how much you want that nurse them.
What a piece of wickedness. But look on it, sister. Look on it, sister. Hold on, sister. Let me just break it for you. Marco Rubio looking and addressing the global public and saying that they are looking for countries, you understand, to take out the most deplorable of them all and dump in these countries. And it is the very same Marco Rubio and Andrew and Donald Trump, you understand, who force us to take out the Cuban doctors, and the Cuban doctors giving us service so that suffer they want to suffer us. And they are suffering us as a result of what Andrew Holness' level of criminality. You understand? And so then because he wants to be protected. But let me tell you something, I am telling people that 2026 judgment is coming down. And remember, say I've been talking it. And see that it start to happen, don't? Okay.
I mean, no, a lot more difficult on mistake. Anyway, mistake, continue your program. It was nice talking to you.
Bless up myself. Bless up yourself.
Okay. All right. Yes.
All right, the program so hot this morning. I know melting pot not come on yet, And all right, let me just take this last call, and then we have melting pot come on because we have more things to show this morning hot. Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Please go ahead.
Mystic.
Hello,
Mystic,
how you doing, my brother?
How are you? Melting pot. Queen Mystic. To the
All
crew.
right.
Happy beautiful day.
Talk to us.
Mystic.
Yes, my brother.
Today's a hot day. Listen now. I want to give me a little bit of time to say something.
Yeah, man. Go ahead.
Andrew Wheatley, let me tell you, my brother. The arc of the universe is long, but it always curves back to justice, man.
Talk to them. Talk to them.
Okay? Right? And to my Jamaican people, I want to tell you this. Hope is the spark to change. Sitting down complacent with your mouth shut and sitting on your hands will not enact change in your country, because your life and your circumstances can only change if you want it to change. And our people need to recognize that, because, Mystic, I really do feel that our people have checked out. Our people have checked out. And one of the reasons why I say this is because, we are seeing all the atrocities inflicted on our people by Andrew Holness and his wicked government. We have seen now to the point where we have seen that the government, because of their own greed, they have sold out the country and sold out the sovereignty of the country and sold out the rights of the people to their own existence. By accepting 10,000 deportee immigrant, murderers, rapists, pedophilia, with what kind of diseases that we don't know into our country, the people and the person in charge of this conspiracy is only doing this for money. If you look at, I sent you earlier on, Mystic, the U.S. policy and the deportation of criminals. It ranges anywhere from $5 million to $15 million in compensation to host them. One thing we need to know is that it doesn't matter who hosts them, but the fact is that the money is given to host these people. So this was all a money grab by the people who enacted this. And as for go back to the Andrew Wheatley thing, my brother, the question that we need to ask is, did the Prime Minister know that Mr. Wheatley was under investigation for illicit enrichment?
Yes, he knows.
If he did not, did Mr. Wheatley disclose this to the Prime Minister? And if none of these things can be verified by the Prime Minister, then why is Andrew Wheatley still a member of Parliament? He should be terminated immediately. And the Prime Minister should be held accountable. Melting Pot, you can speak to this in regards to the Prime Minister of England and the scandal involving the Jeffrey Epstein and one of his ministers. You can speak to this, how he was held accountable for that.
Definitely.
Melting Pot on this issue.
Well, I mean, we know the protocol as it relates to, parliamentarian stepping over the line in a UK, an instant dismissal. And that dismissal come from the press mostly. The press always initiate such a move. Yeah? But in Jamaica, we don't have that, because we don't have no press. We don't have no media house that speaks specifically on integrity as it relates to holding these member of parliament accountable. Now we know that Andrew Holness know everything about Andrew Wheatley from the PETITION scandal. So we know that Andrew Holness should have not brought back this guy into the political arena, but he chose to because of criminality and, its affiliation as it, setting within the Jamaica Labour Party. All of them are affiliated criminals. Yeah, so I have to bring him back into the fold because he want to have a accomplice beside him. Because Andrew a big time criminal, Yeah, and all of them have gas station and all of them they broke when them come in politics. I remember the political arena is a place where you come to give off a service to the upliftment of your country and the people. But them guys come and use it as an enrichment tool. And so all of them are illicit, enrich. You understand? Can't give account to them, you know, asset to them have as it relate to them income, don't match up with them assets. Yeah. So everything is just in a conundrum, and as such, it's a corruption leadership we have, and that is why we are seeing even America now taking advantage of the situation, because Andrew, a criminal, several members within his cabinet, United States have them profiled as criminal. Yeah, and so Jamaica is now being used as an essential tool to clean up America garbage that them have in their system. And we are looking at this revelation now as something that should have been, you know, ventilated, yeah, in a parliament, yeah, and have consultation surrounding the ventilation of the topic of these 10,000, you know, immigrants sent into Jamaica, yeah, and you can't put them in a prison, you know, because Jamaica not a prison, number one. There's no infrastructure for Jamaica take nobody in our whole era because them don't have that facility. Yeah? And what type of visa these people coming to the country with? Because you have to process them first, you know, and them can't come on a visitor visa, them can't come on a student visa. You know, a prisoner visa. Yeah, so them come on a visa that will give them citizen status in Jamaica eventually. And this is what that
Melting Pot, one of the things that is important that I wanted to mention is that Jamaica doesn't know the health status of these people. This is very dangerous for Jamaican, you know. No,
Yes.
Andrew can't do this. He can't. The health status, we don't know.
nurse to begin with. So the health issues are concerned as well.
All right,
How
hold
do
on.
they navigate this?
All right, hold on. All right. Yes, repeat that question for me.
What if they're already taking the money? How do they navigate this? Because one thing we know for sure, Mystic, is
Yes.
that once you get them, US will never take them back from you. And these are prisoners who have been refused entry by their countries of origin. So where are they going to go? If not Jamaica, then where are they going to go? And if the government, the crooked criminal government, took the money for hosting these criminals, which it seems like they have done, what is the next step? What can Jamaicans do?
All right, let me see if I can answer you a very, 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 very good question. I love the question that you asked, and this is why Mark Golding was pushing on it, right? And other members of parliament, right, were asking that, okay, I mean, if there's a situation that, you know, certain they have not gotten to process in terms of, you know, going, you know, to their homeland, obviously they will be staying here. This now bring some serious concerns, because the serious concerns in terms of, okay, we don't know the health situation with these people. These people, again, as it relates to what Marco Rubio said, and you have heard it, right, that they are taking the worst, the most deplorable of them all and ship them out. So what is the most deplorable of, hold on, what is the most...
Get this point, ship them to shithole countries. You're shipping them to shithole countries.
No, hold on.
What's the word of the president?
Yes.
Shithole countries.
But hold on, Carla, and this, you make a substantial point. He did not just say, you understand, send them off to certain country. The adjective that the man used, is saying that Jamaica is a shithole country, you know. He said that the mission is to take the most deplorable and send them off to shithole countries. So then, okay, you tell me now, as a prime minister, right, based on even that narrative, that if you take them, you are saying to the world that indeed you're a shithole country. You're a shithole country. And guess what? Donald Trump and Marco Rubio can can speak publicly that yes, Jamaica is a shithole country. And Andrew Holness cannot say anything. He must be no man of that. Because the reason why he can't no man of that, because Donald Trump and Marco Rubio will show evidence as it relates to drugs and money laundering.
Absolutely.
And not only that, Donald Trump will expose him. You understand? They will come for him and have him pulled to the America like dog and expose him. They are trying to hide and cover these things. And so then Jamaica have to pay ultimately, you understand, for Andrew Holness wrongdoing. Now look, Jamaica is bigger than Barbados. Cuba is the largest Caribbean island, right? Jamaica is the third largest Caribbean island, and I think Haiti and Dominica is the second. Now, you tell me now. Look at Barbados. That's much smaller than Jamaica. The Barbados Prime Minister can stand up to the United States President and say, look, if I did have the Cubans, I will keep them. And I will say no to your visa. If you notice, did they answer Mia Motley? Did they answer Mia Motley? No, because Mia Motley is not corrupt. What can they have Mia Motley pinned against the wall? Mia Motley cannot be pinned against the wall. Andrew Holness can pin against. Look on Wheatley. Look at Wheatley. And when I touch that subject, I am going to reveal some things that people not even touching, when we touch the Wheatley situation and we're done with this, So go ahead, Carla.
Yeah, Mr. One thing I want to add to this atrocity that's happening in Jamaica right now is that we have a government and a prime minister, as you said, that stand for nothing because they're so compromised and so enriched in corruption that anyone can take advantage of them, and they're cheaply bought and cheaply sold, and because they're so compromised, they have prostituted the sovereignty of our country. They have prostituted the sovereignty of our country. They have sold us for nickels on the dime and sold us out for nothing because just like the minister of national security said in his speech, Jamaica have nothing to gain from this. But somebody gained something from this. Somebody got between $5 and $15 million for this. This is why they don't want to disclose the document that they have signed. They're saying that they're not disclosing the document, but we know because it's written into the procedure and the U.S. law that governs the deportation of these people. You can look it up. I send it to you. They have gotten paid for it. How much money? We don't know. Who get the check? We don't know. But we know money exchange hand to sell and prostitute the sovereignty of our dear country. And this is the atrocity on us as Jamaicans. And Jamaicans cannot sit idly by and let this happen. The country have pecked out, but for some reason, we have to get the people energized. Mystic, let me tell you something that's happening in Jamaica again. Do you know that currently, as we speak, there's a huge displacement of our people? A huge displacement happening in Jamaica. When the Prime Minister tell you about he's going to build South Beach and all these other communities he's going to build, these are not for Jamaicans. These communities are for the Jews, for the Spanish, and for the Chinese that are infiltrating and taking over the country. And we can't sit at the back and not pay attention to this.
Hold on, Carla. What you said is very important. I want you to repeat that again because what you said is actually true. It's facts. Please repeat it again. Please repeat it.
And let me connect the dots to the Jamaican people. There is a mass displacement of our people happening right now in front of our eyes. When the Prime Minister talk about trailer homes, metal trailer homes, this is what they are, metal trailer homes, and call them a community and displace people of the land, displace people from their land. They're doing this because their goal is to remove people, displace them, to build what they're calling their South Beach, and all these other communities that they're talking about. The Prime Minister used that term recently that I don't know if a lot of people curate. When he said he's going to curate a part of Jamaica into South Beach. But in order to do this, Mystic, and in order to accommodate this, you have to displace people.
Oh, yes.
So there's a large effort by the government currently to displace people
Yes.
and move Jamaicans into settlements, trailer home settlements, calling them metal homes. They are trailer homes. They're only made of metal. You can get them in single wide and double wide. And this is the goal of the government, to displace people so that the Israelis, the hundreds of Israelis that are there, the Chinese, the Spanish people who own our entire coastline will have their own way. So we cannot sleep on these things. The displacement of citizens in their own country is a crime against humanity, and people better stand up and beware when you talk about curate and South Beach and moving Black River into a city. This is not for Jamaicans, because the average Jamaican will never be able to afford to live in these places. I can't live in a South Beach. One bedroom apartment in South Beach is about $8,000 to $10,000 a month, US. Which Jamaican can afford that? Okay? So when he talks about these things, that is the vision they have for the country, to displace our people and create a new society for the Jews, for the Chinese, and the Spanish that controls most of the wealth in Jamaica. The rest of Jamaicans are just surviving every day back and forth. They're going to be living in the Kingston City area and all of that. We have to be aware of this. The institution Mystic is what we need to start focusing on. The institution in Jamaica are failing the people drastically. The civil society, the elites, all of these societies, the learned society in Jamaica, the PSOJ, all an institution that governs the society, the court system, the judicial system. All of these areas are failing the people. And let me ask you a question, Mystic. The billions and hundreds of thousands of US dollars that Andrew always move. How does the Bank of Jamaica don't know that? How does the Bank of Jamaica don't flag these things, don't see these things? These kind of money that is being moved in Jamaica, the central bank must see it. You can't move this kind of US dollar without the central bank seeing it.
Let me hold on.
I'm saying to you, the institution are failing the people.
All right, hold on. You asked me a question, and I'm going to answer. Now, you see, with Wheatley situation, right? And if you notice, and that is one of the reasons why I want to touch the Wheatley situation, right? Because the banks, the commercial banks are complicit, and the Bank of Jamaica are complicit, because even in their quarterly audit, right? They should have picked it up, right? And they should provide some oversight, and that did not done. And so then when I am going through the Wheatley situation, right, you are going to see where Wheatley, as it relates to BNS, getting a loan for $5 million like today, and then tomorrow it pay back the loan $5 million. Obviously, that is alignment of washing, rinsing the money. And I'm not hearing anyone talking. So exactly, and I'm not hearing anyone pointing out that. And so that is the reason why I am going to go through it. I'm just waiting until, you understand, I give Melting Party session, and then I open into the Wheatley. They are very serious, and that is one of the reasons why I know, you understand, that he will not get away. No matter if you have 10, 20, or 30 lawyers, he's going to prison. He's going to prison.
There's no way this man can get off the hook. And if he gets off the hook, then we have lost the country. Mystic, the institution is, we can't take our eyes off the institution. The institutions are the checks and balances, you know.
Yes.
The institutions are the ones that are the checks and balances and the gatekeeper to all of these corruption. A lot of these things could not happen if the institutions that we have in place in our country were doing their job. A lot of these things could not, because the institutions themselves are so corrupt and compromised. They turn a blind eye or they cover up stuff, you know. And this Mystic is a very, very serious ill for Jamaica. you know, we have to sometimes step back and ask ourselves, what is the future for our country? Where are we going? Are the people is 60 or 70% of the people checked out the politics, checked out the governance of the country? Is our expectations so low? Are they so consumed with survival that they can't see what's happening? And these are the things that bothers me as a Jamaican. That makes me grieve for my country, my people, my brother. And the atrocities just keep coming one after the other. You know, let me tell you something. The hurricane was a disaster. It was a blessing to the Prime Minister, and it was a disaster for our people, because if you notice what they're doing with the hurricane, they're using this as a displacement tool to displace people from their land, and we have to pay attention to that mistake. Let's not take our eye off this. There's a mass displacement of our population.
All right, hold on, Carla. Carla, hold on, because I said something which is 100% correct, and that is why when you call, you know, I give you all the time that you really needed, you know, because trust me, you're one of the callers that, believe you me, your input is so solid to this platform. You said something earlier as it relates to, you understand, Hurricane Melissa, right? And how Andrew Holness is using it. Because if you notice, what Andrew Holness is exercising is what we call gentrification.
Yes.
You understand? So this Melissa situation, you understand, and what Andrew Holness is now applying is gentrification, because it allows him now to take away the property from the people. Yes. He has done it in Hanover and Westmoreland, and he's doing it in St. Elizabeth. You understand? And he's doing it particularly Paraty. You understand? It is the process of gentrification. You understand? Putting wealthier people. You understand? And people have, you know, changing out the whole. Look here. Let me tell you something, man. And I'm wondering when Jamaican people are going to wake up, because Andrew Holness is executing gentrification right in front of their very eyes, taking away their lands, pushing them. Almighty God, I want to know why the people don't see this.
When this started, Andrew Holness' first trip to Israel, when he came back, what was the first thing he did? He changed JCF into the IDF. He changed JCF into IDF. The uniform that Jamaica police wear is the IDF uniform in Israel. Not only did he turn it into the IDF, but they brought with them the spy tactics from Israel into Jamaica, and they're using the same brutal judicial killings that Israel used on the Palestinians.
All right, Carla, hold on. Let me give you Carla. Let me give you a minute for wrap up, because we can't have melting pot too lukewarm, you know. We can't have the big gun the lukewarm.
One thing I want to close with this mistake. And I watched Parliament on your program yesterday.
Yes.
And I'm
saying,
thank you. Indecency of the Speaker of the House
has
brought shame and disgrace to the House of Representatives in Jamaica.
Shame and disgrace.
I have to say that. Shame and disgrace. Her indecency has brought shame and disgrace to the House of Representatives in Jamaica. Our Parliament is like a Spanish town market. And it's a disgrace to the sovereignty of the country, to the people of the country, and a disgrace to our representatives, whether you're Labour, Right, or PNP. You should be ashamed of that. Shame.
I agree.
Shame on her.
I agree.
Shame on the Prime Minister.
I agree.
My brother, I listen to you.
Blessings. I agreed, Carla. The Parliament has fully marketized. I'm not going to hold Melting Pot any longer, right? Only bring up Melting Pot. Melting Pot, your views.
Well, my views is similarly in line with the Carla perception. I've been saying it all along. Ever since Andrew Holness visit Israel, you know, where Andrew, you know, bring back the protocol of how Israel government operate, it around Jamaica. Yeah, police uniform change. I said that long time. Carla just, you know, reiterate what I said. You understand? Yeah. It's an Israel policy Andrew have around Jamaica. Yeah. And long time I said to my Jamaican people, so a bit weird. And these lots of foreign national want to see are coming out like a poor third world country, so them a work and a live. What Jamaica have to attract these people? Remember, Jamaica is renowned as the murder capital in the world. You want to tell me, say, and that attract the Chinese them, the Indian them, and the Israeli in our place, and the Spanish people them where come our place. Because we know about it long time, and me and you talk about it long time. Mistake. Yeah. So, what we say I go on in Jamaica, you know. A long time, and you have it in front of the people them eye and the people them blind to it, you know. And keep running behind a piece of garbage with them 1 PM and all type of thing, and them choose Jamaican slogan. And where is Jamaica for them? Who did I say choose Jamaica? Where is the 1 PM? Because this guy now govern them, you know. He might govern, he might look about foreign national interest in our country. Now govern the local them. So just like the caller, you know, I echo him sentiment in regards to the Jamaican people now to wake up. Yeah, because them the government has displaced them and the communities them where them are build or reconstruct. Yes, the Jamaican people them price out of that. So not like you can't go back there. You move forever and never. Amen. You have to find somewhere to live. Yeah. And which part you born and grow, as some foreign people come and come be the inhabitant of that. Them I live there. Them I enjoy the scene right the beach coach and I get the fresh breeze from the sea. And you in a more concrete jungle structure with a zinc fence and boardhouse around you. I suffer from the heat and dust pollution. So Jamaican people have to know what they want, you know. Yeah, because we've been saying to them all along, you know. Yeah, the 2-party policy were there in Jamaica. One suit the Jamaican environment. One, and it's the People's National Party. The next one are for foreigner, for white people, rich people, capitalists. How long it take to get that register and no ticket out the bound our labor rights? Eh? Labor is pain. Both from a human perspective where a woman going to labor and from a man out there labor and the sun a pain that me no want a guy tell me not about a labor party. You understand? Me want hear about people. National party. You know how significant the word national is? You think the PNP they just come up with a slogan there just because they want to put PNP? It was carefully thought out. People's National Party. The word national means you're a part of your country. That's why I always talk about nationalization must come back where Jamaican can participate in ownership of the asset we're in the country. Yeah, and stop allow foreigners to come invest. Remember, foreigners have to see the lucrative deal. Yeah, they have to see the lucrative side of the deal to come invest. So it must have some interest in them. But we as Jamaican, we balloted out by the capitalist regime we name the Jamaica Labour Party. You understand? So everything we are at right now, you know. Yeah. It relates to all the people just sit back, relax, become complacent, not have no care at all. But when election time, them run out behind a party, we give them a handout bag and I give them a couple of $1,000. Yeah, and that's how our political spectrum lies now, you know. In bribery. Yeah, vote buying, handout. And then the real side of the politics now becomes an issue. Where you have corrupted government in charge of a country for more than a decade. Where 3 trillion and move from around them and move from no other administration, nowhere else in the world. No government of the day in anywhere else in the world can, you know, fall foul of the law where you can't get account to 3 trillion. Unbelievable. Jamaica people still with this thing and talk about. Yeah, show up, labor right, Andrew. Hey, it hurt me to the core to know how disintegrated my people mine are in Jamaica. They're not thinking straight. You understand? If you want to see how a government can work and enhance your life. Just get the opportunity and go into the first world country. There you will know, say, Andrew a garbage in Jamaica. Andrew don't even have social program, he have nothing where medical is concerned. Yeah, the police them angle citizens like that. But me say Andrew them have tried taking foreign people off. Well, don't think we can angle foreign people them like that. Eh? These prisoners where them are taking these 10,000 will be given more care and attention and protection than the Jamaican citizens. That's how bad it is in Jamaica right now. Because I have to put them in a house, you know. But we know the container house him have for them. Me know that long time. Yeah, because we are wonder why this container thing. So from here about them people, I know say, oh, container and can't build the community them fast and just drop them there, assemble them and put people in them. Yeah, but you have language barrier. Yeah, you have people with certain illness. Yeah, but you don't know about why you don't have no medical in place in your country. Yeah. And these people, where are the jobs for them? And like Jamaica have jobs abundantly where you need people where you even take prisoner, you can't put them to work, you know. Where you take them and do? Just have them on the streets, you know. Doing what? So there is more to this than just what we see in front of it. And we want to know who get the money. Because we hear them use the terms in transit, that means them and them wait. So the deal strike. And we know it have money attached to it. So who collect the money? And as Byron say and me say and people with IQ level thinking know say, Arjun Marks can't do nothing like this.
No.
Yeah. Arjun Marks, if them want to call a female, the female where you have to call is Camilla Johnson Smith. She a foreign affairs minister. She could have something to do with it as part of the government. Yeah, because she deal with foreign affairs and trade.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Correct. But when we are looking at right now, yeah, this deal here, and the rhetorics, yeah, the adjective as it relates to shithole country. You want to tell me, say, garbage and dullness really accept people into a shithole country? So Jamaica is a shithole country.
That's what Andrew Wallace is saying. He accept it?
That's what he's saying. How many Jamaicans did connect to that? Andrew Wallace is, you know, rubber stamping with himself in terms that these people must go to shithole country. So even that and a whole, it showed, I tell the people a long time to this guy and a prime minister material, you know. And in the surplus to requirement to the seat now, people. You know, so a melting pot attack and I label him as long time. I don't notice how I always use it and remind him, say, this is where I place him. Yeah? He's not good for the country. This man only have self-interest in politics. His own agenda. And them cronies them around him. Running the country is not a part-time speciality. Yeah, that's why I'm not giving the sovereignty of the country, you know. And right now, we don't know where they're packing at Jamaica for Jamaicans, you know. Yeah? We see them turn all the gun for my brother and sister them out there. Yeah? Without any just cause for that. No reason at all. The gun just to take what people in life. Yeah? But then now, you have to take people and put into a sort. Me as a prisoner would want to come to Jamaica. My life now go value nothing. Because if you are dealing with the whole people them like this, then what kind of assurance me I go have as a foreigner come to your country? Yeah? If you come take up residency. Because I remember US now take them back, you know. I remember them country of origin, the one them in the first place, so them are going to stay in Jamaica. What is Jamaica doing with 10,000 non-professional individual? Yeah? We can't accept 10,000 criminals. Because that's how Rubio brand them as Trump.
It's crazy.
Demoralizing and all these type of adjectives we use to describe them. Yeah? So tell me it's a Jamaica now becomes Riverton City. That dump for foreign immigrants who have committed the breach of act in them country. Yeah. To come at Jamaica, come take a president. Hey, this administration has been selling the country far too long now for Jamaican can't say. Because remember, you know, I always beat the Chinese them being in a Jamaica, you know. I don't care what nobody wants to say, you know. I have my reason why I beat them. Yeah? Because I've seen several footage of Chinese in a China and what happened to them. Yeah, so me know where the Chinese are concerned, me know how the government are run the show. Enough Chinese were in a Jamaica are prisoners just like them one here. Them come in a Jamaica and them work for the Chinese administration. Yeah? The regime were in a China. The work of them want to see out of Jamaica want to call Miss China, Mr. China and feel like them are good people, them are criminal. Them are work for China. Communist government. Yeah? And I in a Jamaica because all these programs China have, you know. Where China do him training prisoner them, you know. When you come out, you know, you have to work back the money we have spent on you for feed you in a prison, you know. You have to find a foreign project where the Chinese government are run. This is why them bring them own workers. They are prisoners. So a lot of things are going on in a Jamaica where Jamaica not really cognizant to. Yeah? Because them not think in them head what happen around them. Them lost because Andrew do. Andrew paranoid them brain with handout, you know. And get them lackadaisical and lazy. Non-committed to the cause of working to develop Jamaica. Them just sit down on the street, woman and man, and just wait because the politician office round there so. Or them up on TikTok. Or them a call foreign to something. Them not talk about government to provide them with job, you know. Where job is concerned and no problem to Jamaica, you know. Me can't tell the whole world that because the culture with the government building at Jamaica is a handout mentality. Yeah? Lazy society. Because when you know, reduce employment by not investing in job creation, then this is where you get. And when you have a liar like we and Henry, I come tell you about unemployment down to 3%. Yeah? It shape a narrative for everybody feel like Jamaica doing well. Jamaica not doing well. Jamaica in a deficit deeper than which part the capsule implore, which part Titanic there.
Right.
You understand?
Pat, use a minute to wrap up because I want to allow about 10 minutes worth of call, 5 call, and then we touch the Wheatley. And we won't get into that. All right.
Yeah, so when we are talking to the people, you know, yeah, you see we need to go on, you know, the concerted effort, you know, with the entire island supposed to demonstrate to where them see are going. Yeah, all this administration around the country, it not good. Yeah, lack of respect for the leader of the opposition and the opposition party, because as I said, there was no ventilation and there was no consultation on this mass amount of 10,000 criminals who are coming to Jamaica. And I yield back the floor to you, Sir Lord Byron.
All right, thank you for that, Melting Pot. In terms of what Melting Pot that we are talking about, very serious in terms of what Marco Rubio said, that he's sending the worst of the worst, the most deplorable. So when we look at that and realize, okay, so let me just take in some calls now since, yes, Carl, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Please go ahead. Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Please go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, Father Mystic.
Blessings, blessings, my brother.
Hear the Mystic. Hear the Mystic. Melting Pot. Big man in the background. Bless up yourself. Bless up
all
yourself.
right.
Mystic family. Yeah? Yeah. One thing we have to say now, Father Mystic.
Yes,
please,
talk to me.
Bear with me.
Yes.
Bear with me, yeah?
Yes.
And the reason why I ask you to bear with me is because right about now, I'm nervous. Yeah?
All right. But try and be brief though, because we have a lot of people calling in. So try and be brief. Yeah.
Yeah, but now I make you know so I'm nervous to my people them when I see I go on right now. Yeah?
Yes.
I know you is a critical thinker.
Yes.
Yeah? And may I ask you to read between the line.
Okay.
You know, see what really are going with the people, them. You know, see what Chuck and Chang are do. They kill out with people, them, you know, and I set up plan for bringing people to come replace with people, them, in our country and eliminate them and eliminate what are going on in Jamaica, you know. Want the world to see that, you know. And the Jamaican people, them, have time now to get up and walk out, you know. Them not see how them generation are getting murdered out down there. Them not see what happened to it. And what we are doing? You want to tell me, so then send out Marcus Garvey for rice and peas in an election, then sell out Mr. Golden for KFC, you know. Yeah? What else then left to do with we now? Please, Mr. Mystic, may I beg you.
All right.
I see say you don't work hard, you know, Father. I see work I put in, you know. Yeah?
Yes.
Please talk to the people them down there for you, man.
Okay, of course.
Right about now, me don't even know what to do again. Trust me.
All right.
All them I get out with these murders, man. And I replace you with deportee criminals. Yo, have a good evening here, sir.
Blessings, my brother. You know, you can hear the. I'm telling you, when I listen to the voice of this caller a while ago, right? I'm feeling so hurt inside. You understand? Because he makes a lot of sense in terms of, you know, his concerns, very grave concerns. Because we have seen so many extrajudicial killings, right? And this government seems to not paying attention to it, as if it is just orchestrated. So what the gentleman just said is so much of truth, right? So true, right? So yes, for persons who want to call, just use up space because I'm going to touch the Wheatley saga and get in to that. So I don't want again when we start to do that, right? Then we have people calling in the midst of that. So let me just sort of slow down for people to call in, right? And let me see if I can get someone who will call. If we can show that person, so that person. Okay, call coming in. Okay, yes, yeah, yes, this was a caller. Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Go ahead.
Good afternoon to all, Mama, Papa,
all right,
Milton, everybody.
All right.
I'm going to the point of this.
Yes.
Did you see how this? Me watching you in the Parliament yesterday with you on Mystic Sensation.
Yes.
And did you realize that the Jamaica Labour Party was unraveled yesterday?
Oh yes.
Listen to the Prime Minister telling people to shut up and calling people bully. When they did look on the man, said the man done with been talking, you know.
Disgraceful. Yes.
They are telling a long time, said the man done, you know. You see all this one, you see a gone.
He was having a meltdown.
That need to quiet. That did get it 2.5 million US dollar already. As some people, so many different theory and speculation. But the end of the day is it's exposed.
Yes.
One of us is everything this man and in people that we expose. It's like we need to move past these people as a melting pot and we decide no where we're going to do post Andrew Owen's administration. You understand? For in every aspect of this Jamaican spirit where we have, where they come from, things say they can't win we. They ask the question to me people them over Mystic Sensation. Which part think they can't win me, even Donald Trump and Marco Rubio? Let me talk to you now today. 2 minutes. No time. If King George couldn't win we, if the same Spanish conquistador couldn't win we,
talk about things, sister.
If every one of them come, then couldn't win we. One think you could have killed, you could have poisoned, everything one want to do win. Remember this again. This shit. Remember, then take we past chicken and pack we like sardine.
Oh, yes.
Then this it.
Okay.
Listen, me people who don't come with no defeatist attitude. Mystic a fight, melting pot a fight.
Love you, my sister.
Mama Mystic, everyone a fight. You know, see how my golden anger Andrew Oni. So then I say Andrew Oni is at the diaspora conference.
Talk about things, man.
Look at Prime Minister.
Talk about things, my sister.
Look how the man did a galanga when Mark Golden went up there. He talk about the people.
Yes.
As the sun rise in the east and set in the west. Andrew, Michael, Onis, Juliet, Onis, the GLP, all of them in a one barrel. Our roll out of Jamaica. There will be no French Riviera in a southern Jamaica. For Donald Trump and in cronies and one. There will be no Epstein Island in Jamaica. Jamaica is for Jamaicans. And you see who are transit through and who want permanent residency and citizenship. Remember, there's a process. And those who are placed in there, them better watch themselves. Because what seem nice for stick sheep, I go stick goat. Have a good afternoon.
Wonderfully said. Wonderfully said, my sister. Now, when you can look on the President of the United States and Marco Rubio, can look on the Caribbean countries and say that they want to send the worst of their deplorables. People, I want you to look into this. The worst of their deplorables to shithole countries. And we, right? Andrew Owen's administration, not we, Andrew Owen's administration, suck up that. Suck up that. Is telling you that he is fully compromised. Fully compromised. We are no fools. We are no fools. And when we look, and let me say this, what I'm going to point out today. Let me show you what I'm going to point out, because a lot of people miss it. Right? Wheatley, Darrell Vaz, and Andrew Ones, right? We're in the same Ponzi schemes. The same Ponzi scheme. Wheatley was a part of Cash Plus. Andrew was a part of Cash Plus. Darrell Vaz was a part of Cash Plus. So when you think when you can do the corruption, do all I want you can do, rob Jamaican investors, rob the treasury, because R.G. Sewell give you people the keys to the treasury. And as Damian Crawford said, one by one, right, they'll be going to jail. Now, we are going to put out, right, the evidence as it relates to what the Integrity Commission investigators did. A wonderful piece of work. And let me first applaud the Integrity Commission investigators. And let me also applaud the corruption prosecutor. Jamaica. If it was Tamisha Prince there, she wouldn't have prosecuted Wheatley. She wouldn't have prosecuted Wheatley. And I know for sure that justice is around the corner. So I don't listen to people who want to cool down the fire. I don't listen to people who believe otherwise. Because I know that my judiciary system stand firm and we have a strong jurisprudence. Now me bet anybody this to tell them to come and challenge me. I am saying here today that 90% of our judges are solid. And this is why Andrew Ones don't want the Caribbean Court of Appeal to be the final appellate. Because he knows as it relates to this criminal network and know that the Caribbean judges and Jamaican judges are lethally potent, just like, and even more than privy. And you will get justice. But let me tell you, Jamaica, remember that you are listening to Mystic Sensation, and you are going to say, just like I have been saying it, that they are not going to get away. And here it is that the IC deliver and show you that what Mystic Sensation has been saying all along is now happening in front of your very eyes. That even the spin doctors for NNN marveled. They cannot believe. And I am saying, Fid, whatever you're doing, you cannot save Andrew Holness. TAJ, whatever you're doing, you cannot save Andrew Holness. Now let me tell you something, Jamaica. Have hopes. Have hopes. I am going to tell you where victory is going to strike. When Donald Trump lose this midterm election, Andrew Holness have no bucketing. What Andrew Holness had done with Donald Trump as it relates to these 10,000 people, when the Democrat comes in power, Andrew Holness have to answer. These people also will be getting their justice. America take them beyond their will. They were taken beyond their will. They did not willfully want to come to Jamaica. They did not. Right? They were forcefully taken in a detention. Right? And as what Marco Rubio said, they are looking for shithole countries. Shithole countries. Let me ask a question, Jamaica, and I want you to be wise. Do you think that that statement could ever be made about Jamaica when Michael Manley was in power? Do you believe that that statement could make when PJ Patterson was in power? Could you believe that they would put us into a chokehold when Portia Simpson, Miller in power? None of our government was not placed into a chokehold. None of our prime ministers before could not, United States could not manipulate us like this. But what Donald Trump and Marco Rubio is doing also is exposing Andrew Holness. Is saying that him make Jamaica a shithole country. And guess what? He has to take the deplorables because he's corrupted. They know that as it relates to his involvement in drugs operation, his involvement in all sort of corruption, right? They cannot tell United States nothing. So what United States is saying, give them back the dump because they are trying to make America a dump with their drugs. So treat them as their sin deserve. That is what the United States is saying to them, to Andrew Holness administration, who mash up and wreck Jamaica. That is what being communicated. That Andrew Holness turned Jamaica in garbage. And they did not hide and say, send them to the shithole country. It's a shame and disgrace. A kind of shame and disgrace. Kind of shame and disgrace. Now, Wheatley, you come in front of the class. Let me bring up, are you may depend now? You come in front of the class, Mr. Wheatley. Yes, no. Bring up the government minister Wheatley rejects 164 million illicit enrichment claim. Look on you too. Look on you too. Let me just show the people them what you are saying. with a little piece of out orderness. Now, here the criminal. Here the big criminal people. This is what the big criminal is saying. The government minister Wheatley rejects 164 million illicit enrichment claim. You can't reject anything. You can't reject anything. Vows court fight. Vows court fight. You are going there. Look for your face too. Look for you. Eh? When you come into the politics, you didn't even have a good pair of shoes. Eh? When you first come into the politics, Wheatley, you didn't even have a good pair of shoes. But look at you now. Look at you now. When Andrew Holness came into the politics, eh? And when you leave university, couldn't pay school student loan. Couldn't pay your student loan. But look at you now. Look on you and Wheatley now and Darrell Vaz now. You, Wheatley and Darrell Vaz, who run through the Ponzi scheme, who run through Olin Cash Plus and SSL. Look at the three of you now. Eh? They say the judgment is coming. Now, Cabinet Minister Dr. Andrew Wheatley has rejected as patently false, inaccurate, and grossly misleading an Integrity Commission report recommending he be charged with illicit enrichment and 3 other offenses. Let me ask you the question what other people now ask. Take it away. Take it away. I'm going to ask you the question what other people not asking. Because during the press conference, Mr. One man now, they go on like him a cocky bully. I don't know if you understand. GLP sent him as a spin doctor. Now, let me ask you a question. During the time frame of the investigation that we are going to go into, tell Jamaica what was your salary. When you are buying how many houses and land, how much was your salary? You were getting less than $5 million. You were getting less than $5 million. And this is I am now under control asking you these questions. What was your salary, sir? What was your salary? Less than $5 million annually. So how we are able to invest in more than $300-400 million? Tell me. Let me ask you the questions that they are not asking you. How are you able to do that level of investment? And we have the evidence. So without any further ado, let me just go down in the report. You understand? And let me ask you that. What was your salary? Right? That you were getting a yearly. Less than $5 million. So people need to know that. So let me get into this report. Now, let me get into, right, the overview. Right? Here is it. Who is involved? Dr. Andrew Wheatley, Member of Parliament for St. Catherine South Central, and he first elected December 29, 2011. Right? First elected December 29, 2011. So this is what I am asking you, Mr. Wheatley. What was your salary, sir? What was your salary for the year? Your salary for the year is less than $5 million. People, go and do the research. So me and you today now. Mr. Patrick Phipps, building contractor and joint venture partner of Dr. Wheatley, jointly owned land and was involved in a housing development arrangement with Dr. Wheatley. Now, Mr. Gabdoob, attorney at law representing Dr. Wheatley throughout the investigation. Now, the Director of Information and Complaints, the Integrity Commission officer who initially requested information from Dr. Wheatley before referring the matter for formal investigation. And Kevin A. Stevenson, JP, Director of Investigation, who authored the investigation report. And finally, Mistress Kellyanne Murdoch, Acting Director of Corruption Prosecution, who reviewed the report and determined that charges should be brought. I want to take the time out in saying to Mistress Kellyanne Murdoch, wonderful job done. When you look on the evidence, you made the judgment accordingly to the evidence being gathered. No spin doctor can't save him on. Me, I tell him that. Now let us look at the key allegations. Right? 3 core allegations were investigated. 1, illicit enrichment. Dr. Wheatley owned and acquired assets far beyond what his lawful income could explain. In breach of section 14, subsection 5. And this is one of the reasons why I'm asking, what was Dr. Wheatley's salary for the year? And where he had, right, just accept it fast. Yes, and where he had, right, involved in, yes, I am live. Come about because I'm live. Okay, cool. All right, cool. Yeah. All right. So let us go through this now. Illicit enrichment. Dr. Wheatley owned and acquired assets far beyond what his lawful income could explain. In breach of section 14, subsection 5 of the Corruption Prevention Act, CPA. Number 2, false statements by omission. Dr. Wheatley knowingly, and I want people to understand what is happening here when he said knowingly, wishfully, deliberately, right? Left out important assets, loans, and business interests from his statutory declarations for multiple years. Not 1 year, not 2 years, not 3 years, as it relates to the timeline of investigation. In breach of section 43, subsection A, right, subsection 2 and subsection A of the Integrity Commission Act, and section 15, subsection 1, subsection B of the Parliamentary Integrity of Members Act, PIMA. Failure to provide information, Dr. Wheatley failed without reasonable cause to provide information requested by the Director of Information and Complaints in breach of section 43, subsection 1, subsection B of the ICA. What does that mean? Simply mean that he was allotted adequate time, sufficient time. So then, of course, due process was given to him, just as how due process had given to Andrew Holness, right? And he cannot explain. So what we have here, we have seen Dr. Wheatley and Andrew Holness appears to be partners in crime as it relates to the same situation that we are looking at and the similarities between Andrew Wheatley and Mr. Holness. Very same thing. So then, let me give now and play what we call the political optics. Can Andrew Holness fire Dr. Wheatley from the cabinet? Now, of course, I'm asking a rhetorical question, so I'm going to answer. No, he's not expected to do that. Because if he fired Wheatley, he knows that he had befitted the same circumstances and the same set of predicament that befall Wheatley would have now befallen him. And so then, to avoid that embarrassment, to avoid that situation, you will see him play politics for the political optics by not dismissing Wheatley, but there's another embarrassment that is going to reach him. Andrew Wallace is going to keep Wheatley, but guess what? Wheatley is going to be prosecuted with embarrassment out of the parliament. And that level of embarrassment is going to reach them. Listen to me, Jamaica. The corruption prosecutor already ruled that he is to be charged. So he has to be charged. It is a court where he has to fight. And based on the evidence that we are going to present, there's no way, if he even have 10 lawyers, they cannot save him. Now, in plain terms, the commissioner is saying that Dr. Wheatley had far more money and asset than his salary and declared income could account for. That he concealed certain assets from his annual declarations, and that when asked to explain himself, he did not fully cooperate. Now let us look on the background and investigation process, chapter 2, to page 18 and 19. Let us get down into this. The investigation began following two formal referrals from the Director of Investigation. Number one, first referral received March 29, 2021. The second referral received February 24, 2022. The investigation was conducted under Section 33 of the ICA investigation, gathered information and witness statement from a wide range of institutions, including, so I am showing you, Jamaica, all of the entity involved into the probity against him, where information had been given against, you understand, Mr. Wheatley. So all the places that that you have seen here is where the Integrity Commission investigators gathered all their data from. Now look, the House of Parliament, St. Catherine Municipal Corporation, Companies Office of Jamaica, National Land Agency, Tax Administration of Jamaica. So the Integrity Commission makes sure the Integrity Commission investigators make sure that they do their detailed combing and gather all necessary evidence. The Bank of Nova Scotia, National Commercial Bank, First Global Bank, Proven Group Limited, Proven Wealth Limited, Mayberry Investment Limited, University of the West Indies, Mona, various motor vehicle dealers and private individuals. Right? The investigation spanned from 2021 to March 2026, a 5 years window. See there? A period of approximately 5 years. This was a detailed and wide range financial investigation. So all the time, patience, dotting all the I's, crossing all the T's was carefully done. Now, let us go into the chronological sequence of the investigation. Come now with me now, my people. When we tell you, say, him can't get where. None at all. On May 22nd, what happened on May 22nd? Action. Dr. Wheatley was formally notified to attend the commission to explain his assets. He indicated he was unavailable. I run around them, you know. If they want to deal with them, you know, people, they dance around them, they tell them that he was unavailable. Now, the Integrity Commission on June 30, 2022, Dr. Wheatley attended an initial interview with his lawyer. The interview was adjourned. Now, what happened October 13, 2022, Dr. Wheatley failed to appear for a rescheduled interview despite being given formal notice. Grown them, you know, people. No one facing judgment, you know. But January 29, 2024, 2 years after that, a meeting was held and Dr. Wheatley was served with an illicit enrichment notice. And this happened June 29, 2024. Now, why that is important? It would have simply means that Andrew Holness would have been in awareness of this. Right? And even from October 13, 22, right? Andrew Holness would have been aware. But no, Andrew Holness say a badness may I deal with. Even though me know say you're under the investigation, may I put you back in the cabinet. Now see the evidence of people. That's why I want to break it down for them. So the people them understand the nastiness with Andrew Holness. You understand? I believe say he's entitled to rob taxpayers. Jamaica, when me tell you say him now will get to it, him can't get to it. None of them can't get to it, you know. All the grown them come around. You understand? And they want civil riot for going to Jamaica. Me say, then can't get to it. So to show you the level of criminality, January 29, 2024, a meeting was held and Dr. Wheatley was served with an illicit enrichment notice. So what this mean? That's simple that Andrew Holness know that he was under investigation. And know that he was served an illicit enrichment notice. But guess what? Andrew Holness still put him in the cabinet. I am talking of the things that want people not talk. April 23, 2024 and October 24, 2024, Dr. Wheatley provide only partial written explanation. You know what I mean? But if you carry the necessary documents, you only provide explanation. The IC them not take that. July 7, 2025, you are juggle up now. A final meeting was held with Dr. Wheatley, his lawyer and his accountant. Updated financial statement calculations were shared with him on the same date. So everything that the Integrity Commission investigators have, they shared with him and his lawyer, so they understand everything what is going on. August 25 to March 2026, further notice were issued as the investigation continued into its final stage. And here is a footnote that done by the IC. The pattern that emerges throughout the chronology is one of repeated delays, misappointments, incomplete responses, and only partial cooperation over the entire 5-year period of the investigation. So we have the bill receipt assigned. You understand? To show you that he wasn't cooperating. Now let us get into the details. False statement by omission. False statement by omission. Me are getting at the detail, make whole of Jamaica see your business. 3 distinct categories of omissions were identified and documented. Now, number 1, investment in Prosperity Realtors Company Limited. Now watch this now. Dr. Wheatley is a director and shareholder in Prosperity Incorporated on May 17, 2018, a real estate development company. Me they ask you a question now, Dr. Wheatley, since nobody now asks you the question. May I ask you the question? Did you get any government contract? What sort of business that this company, right, does? And did you get any government contract? Me ask you the question now. Although, you understand, more property is going to be done, right? And all of them something I broke out, but me now, you understand, me they do my work on social media, yeah. In his 2019 statutory declarations, he noted a down payment on land in Stillwell for 2.5 million. The land at Stillwell is owned by Prosperity. So look at as me said, how much was your salary? Your salary was $4 million. You understand me, I say? But here it is. You understand? Down payment on land for $2.5 million. And more people say, so where we are going now. Now, despite this connection, he never declared his investment or shareholding in Prosperity in any statutory declaration. He not going to declare that. He not going to declare, he go hide that. Because of illicit enrichment, he not going to hide it. And that's exactly what he did. He hide it. He don't want the IC them know this. Come on. Remember, man, his salary was $4.8 million. Eh? All right. declarants are legally required to disclose all business investment. Now, go down to people. East Kirtland Heights, Sterling Castle property development. This is one of the most significant factual findings in the entire report. When you look on this now. In October 2011, Dr. Wheatley and Mr. Phipps jointly purchased land at East Kirtland Heights for what? $9 million. Come here, Dr. Wheatley. Them now ask you the question where me ask you. So make me ask you the question and make social media understand the type of question I ask you. Then Dr. Wheatley, if your salary at $4.8 million, oh, you are Mr. Phipps, they buy giant East Kirtland Heights for $9 million. Where you get the money there from? Talk to me now. Talk to me, Mr. Wheatley. Where you get the money there from? A $9 million property, you are Mr. Phipps buying. And your salary is just $4.8 million. You're going to make the Integrity Commission. You're not going to declare this. You're not going to declare it. Now, the people don't understand what really happening. We can move on to bulletin point number 2. Dr. Wheatley consistently described this simply as a land purchase for $12 million, co-owned with Patrick Phipps in his declarations. In May 2013, the property was subdivided into 20 separate strata lots apartments. This subdivision was never disclosed in his declaration for 2013, never disclosed it in 2014, never disclosed it in 2015, and never disclosed it in 2016. Between 2014 and 2018, 14 of the 20 lots were sold to various persons. None of these sales appeared in his statutory declaration. Because the man has stepped up big now in the people. Money are running up. Money are run for all angles, you know. Yeah? Money are run. So he might hide it off there, so. He might hide it off there, so. He might hide it off there, so. He must swing it through there, so. Now in 2018, 6 lots were transferred to Dr. Wheatley solely described as a gift from Mr. Phipps. Rental income from 6 apartments was only declared from 2018 onwards without full particulars. Then hold on now. Now, I saw you are Mr. Phipps. So nice and so sweet that Mr. Phipps now they got to take up 6 property and give us gift. What the fuck around this? You and Mr. Phipps so nice and so sweet that Mr. Phipps, right, is going to transfer to you 6 property as gift. What do you say when you want to take Jamaican people for that? What do you say what you want to do with taxpayers' money? What do you see why we don't have the social programs? What do you see why Andrew Honest, you understand, many of the times his government don't spend the capital budget. So no road now fix. Social programs now run. And the only thing what they run because they might take for the money is acronyms. Right? And when you look, you hear about STEM. And when you don't hear about STEM, you hear about STEAM. And when you don't hear about STEAM, you hear about fry. And when you don't hear about fry, you hear about boil. And when you don't hear about boil, you hear about roast. Because guess what? See what my thief money, huh? So them say, kill them with acronym. Kill them with PR. No, it was not until 2017 that a brief footnote in his declaration made any reference whatsoever to a subdivision. Now, when you watch now people, you come in now, you see the joke there. You don't think you hear nothing yet? Undeclared bank loans, when you come here people, 5 commercial loans from Bank of Nova Scotia, right, were taken out by Dr. Wheatley but never declared in the statutory declaration. And the next document, 2013 BNS loan redacted 5,898,000. And when we look for the next document, on it, this was the loan that he had gotten 13th of November 2013 and paid back the 14th of November 2013. I should have bring up the document there for many people to see it now. You, Mr. Wheatley, you get a bank loan, right? Today. And pay back tomorrow. And pay back tomorrow. In full. In full. Talk to me now. And they think about the money. Hold on there. Talk to me. Hold on there. You think you're going to say nothing yet? 2014. Bank of Nova Scotia business loan, right? Another 5 million. 2014, right? See here, BNS business loan, 5 million. 2015, BNS business loan, 7 million. And here what happened? He might pay them back in a quick procession. So now let me ask the bank something now. Let me ask BNS something. So, BNS, obviously, based on the information we have here, you are rinsing money for Dr. Wheatley. So really and truly, false documentation about loans. It wasn't really about loans. It's like Wheatley come in and just let have some money go now. I want to process document, make it look like a loan. To trick auditors. So then, Nova Scotia needs to be investigated for this. Now let me ask a question. The Bank of Jamaica provide oversight for commercial banking entities. You didn't see this? Hold on. You people didn't see this pattern here? 2013, 5 million in a 1 day, paid back. 2014, 5 million in a couple of days, paid back. 2 times in a 2014, you know. Only set 2 times in a 2014. And 2015. So when you look here, so 5 and 5, 10 and 5, 15. Right? And 5. This is what? $27 million?
Petrojam money around that time.
Where's the Petrojam money around?
Yes, that time.
Backfoot.
Nissan get all a hold it too.
Nissan get a hold it too?
Nissan. Rural electrification.
Rural electrification. Hold on.
Pass through.
Hold on. What a bangarang so. What? See there, 2021, BNS business loan. What's right now? 30 million. 2021, you know. Step up on him crime, you know. Step up on him crime, you know.
And I'm alone in a mistake. And I'm alone 2021. Mistake. 2021. Well, I know, brother. Andrew Wallace. Dushan Shavadia.
But hold on up, melting pot. 2021 is when Andrew Wallace take out in money out of SSL, you know.
Yeah.
All right. Remember, say, Wheatley run the same program with Andrew Wallace in a SSL, you know. You mean a SSL, right. You know?
Yeah.
So it's 30 million, yeah. Right? Look on it. 30 million. Now, when I look at them level of criminality, it's very serious, you know. Now, Dr. Wheatley's explanation was that these were commercial loans used for joint venture with Mr. Phipps and did not involve his personal finances. Now, I know that you would have done workshop with the Integrity Commission investigators, and what are the things that you need to declare? Your income, sir, assets and liabilities. Any loans need to be declared. It is on, you understand, the IC website. You have gotten workshop. And this is what you're saying. This is what you're saying here. Dr. Wheatley's explanation was that these were commercial loans used for the joint venture with Mr. Phipps and did not involve his personal finances? Are you serious? These are loans. These are loans, and you have to. These fall under liabilities, income, assets, and liabilities, and yet you're someone who holding a PhD. Don't tell me that you don't know this. Now, the director of investigator rejected this explanation under the ICA. All loans in a declarant's name must be disclosed regardless of their stated purpose. Can't fool the Integrity Commission investigators. Now, watch out now. Failure to provide information, chapter 4.3, pages 22 to 29. The Director of Investigation wrote to Dr. Wheatley on December 15, 2020, requesting detailed information about his bank accounts, assets, income, business, and liability for 2011 to 2019 to cover that period of investigation. After 2 extensions, the final deadline of February 5th, 2021 was not met. Can't explain it. Can't. Now, when you're looking up people, what I want you to see now, pay attention to you. Let me explain this to you. Look at this. Dr. Wheatley on December 15, 2020, requesting detailed information about his bank accounts, assets, income, business, and liabilities that the Director of Investigation, they're requesting now for 2011 to 2019. And guess what? After 2 extensions, the final deadline of February 5th, 2021 was not met. Now, when you look, you have seen that more than due diligence was given to Dr. Wheatley. Right? And he cannot explain. Let me just take this call out because I am opening phone lines as well, so anyone who wants to call and speak on the matter can do so. Yes, my call.
You're on live now?
Yes, I am on live. I am on live.
Okay. So when you're ready for me, tell me.
No, man, speak. I'm ready now. Speak.
Oh, good afternoon. Oh, you're talking about Wheatley, right?
Yes.
You're talking about Wheatley.
Yes, that is correct. That is correct. What? Marsh. Yes, Marsh.
It's what time them did ask Andrew Holmes if any of it men them under investigation, and he said he searched far and wide, and there was none.
Yes, they asked him that in 2024.
What time all of them something that with Andrew Wheatley start?
It started, as a matter of fact, from 2020.
Andrew Holmes, you again? You can't get out of this, Andrew.
No.
Andrew, he cannot do nothing to Wheatley.
Yes,
because him, Andrew Holmes, is in the same boat.
Yes. So, Daddy Marsh, what are the Daddy Marsh? Maybe a reason. Daddy Marsh. You agree with me when me tell you say Andrew Holmes can't fire him?
He
cannot. He
can't.
You're a critical thinker, sir. You're a critical thinker.
He cannot touch Wheatley, right? He can't. No. This thing get more stinker than we think.
Oh, yes.
Right? Stink. Right? Now, Andrew have this knack to when anybody get knocked. Get caught and push them out. You remember what he did with Dalrymple?
Yes.
Push her out.
Mm-hmm.
When him think everybody forgot about it, him just take
push her in back.
Bobby Montague.
Yes.
Get caught.
Yes.
Put Bobby Montague aside. When him think everybody forget about it, him just take him in back. And you could go on and on and on.
Mm-hmm.
Because him take a woman, when not your life, you can't forget that you have a Mercedes Benz. Something must be wrong with your brain, you know.
Oh my goodness.
You forget that you have a Mercedes Benz.
But apart from that, Marshy, him forgot to be paying loans on it too.
Hold on. Look there now. And this man, Andrew Willis, is uncertified and making law to lock up people in this country where me live in. And people are trying to defend him. No, let me have to do it quick because I don't want to hold the program too long.
Yes.
Will they allow Ambassador Audrey Marks to remain a part of the government?
No, well, Audrey Marks.
Audrey Marks can't make me have to apologize to the United States.
All right.
Because me out here cost the United States to the United States and dump them prisoner for we when Audrey Marks got to them for them.
All right. No, all right. Hold on. Let me correct you, Daddy Marsh. Right? Because I just showed the documents as it relates to the Constitution. Audrey Marks cannot make a decision like that. It is the United States indeed initiated. I have the evidence. It is United States indeed initiated. You understand? Audrey Marks cannot do that.
So, but hold on. But our United States Embassy out here said no. That's money from the government.
No. Don't follow that, Daddy March. I am telling you 100%. 100%.
Well, me have to stick with you then.
All right.
Yeah. But because I'm saying when the minister were talking yesterday,
yes.
Part of Harris Chang ministry not recognized by the Constitution. I don't think the Constitution recognized Deputy Prime Minister.
You know, you're right. You're right, you know.
No, the Constitution don't recognize.
So people might just believe it's a joke you make, but you're actually right.
Yeah. So you're just giving out money to somebody because you like them, but that part then ain't right. But I think Audrey Marks could have would make some correction if anything did go wrong. Nobody not say nothing.
No, and they know too. They know. That's why Horace Chang spoke the truth in Parliament. Horace Chang yesterday said that it is the United States who initiate, and he's correct. He's correct. Yeah.
Well, you see, when you live your life certain kind of way, you know, when anything come up, people is going to find you guilty before you can prove say you're innocent, you know.
Yes, true. That's true.
Yeah, because it's the lifestyle of them. Andrew Willis, you have to come through with better on this because whatever happened here with you and Wheatley, why you have the same problem with Wheatley because we refuse to give information to the Integrity Commission. And Andrew Wheatley work out of the office, you know. Remember, say my minister without purpose in the office of the Prime Minister. What we saw a while ago.
Yes.
He's minister without purpose in the office of the Prime Minister. And the Prime Minister in a same position. We should not ask Wheatley to resign, you know. We cannot ask Wheatley to resign. Wheatley must be fired. But he cannot be fired because the man say, what you are doing?
All right.
He's
going to be prosecuted out of office, Marshall. He's going to be prosecuted out of the office. Shame.
God
That's how it go.
Help us. God help us. Again.
All right, brother Marshall. Bless up yourself. All right. So me stop the vehicle here and I'm turn back. Yes, me reverse a weird me pass 2 miles and gone, you know. But me looking at the rear mirror, me see you, you know. And see me reverse and come back to you there. Talk to me, my brother.
On this program over a couple of years now.
Yes.
I tell Andrew say Andrew should have known the people that were on the investigation by the IC. Right?
Yes.
The man tell the country that he look far and wide.
Far and wide.
Right. His party is not far and wide. He's chairman for the party, everybody right around him there, so
Yes.
You don't look for nobody right road, you say look far and wide.
Look far and wide, my brother.
So you look out to the PMP, and you look over to the NDM, and you look over the Rasta party, and you look everywhere else, not in his party.
Yes.
So don't stop telling about the man, give you the right hand side, look far and wide.
All right. Bless myself, my brother. Bless myself. As what my brother just said, you understand? The man look far and wide and no one in an administration and an investigation. Can you imagine? When you look people. Now, so we could look to show you the following categories of information remain outstanding. When you look at this now, people. The opening dates and balances for a Bank of Nova Scotia account, 2011 to 2019. When you see the amount of time being given and that information, you understand, still outstanding. Status of proven wealth accounts, right? Still outstanding. Now, if you have the bank account and you can give them and show them the so-called transaction that you claim you make, why not give them the bank account? Why not give them the evidence? Why not give them what they are asking you for? So there's no way you can miss prison. Source of funds for multiple motor vehicles acquired before becoming an MP. Source of funds for multiple immovable properties. Now, when we talk about the criminality with Wheatley, went way back to 2007, in terms of the Ponzi scheme when joined up with Andrew Wallace with Now, look at this. Source of funds for multiple motor vehicles acquired before becoming an MP. Right? Source of funds for multiple immovable properties. Detail of liabilities from 2011 to 2019. And look at that, people. Look on that. Right? The amount of years given to him, just like Andrew Wallace. Credit card balances for multiple cards across multiple years. Gross income from employment, business and rental income from 2011 to 2019. None of that cannot be presented. Capital invested in 8 separate business ventures. None of that cannot be presented. Status and income of Western Medical Center. No information regarding to that. Detail of fixed asset creditors and directors loans from 2018 to 2019. None of that. The IC have, still outstanding. Detail of all accounts held by Property Realtors Company Limited. Capital investment detail and project contract particular. In Ghana prison till they look bad. There's nothing can save him. Legal conclusion under section 43 subsection 1 and B of the ICA, information must be provided directly to the DOIC, not merely to the DI during investigation. A referral to the Director of Corruption Prosecution was deemed appropriate for the years 2018 and 2019. Now, look at now, illicit enrichment analysis. We could come in on this now, people. Now watch this now. The legal standard under section 14 subsection 5 of the CPA, a public servant commits illicit enrichment if, bulletin point number 1, they own assets disproportionate to their lawful earnings. And when asked to explain how they acquired those assets, they either fail to explain or give an unsatisfactory explanation. Everything that he had said to the Integrity Commission investigators, they investigated it and found evidence to the contrary. Now, the DI adopted the internationally recognized source and application of funds analysis methodology recommended by the Basel Institute on Governance. if total expenditure on assets acquisition exceeds all known lawful income, the difference represents funds from unknown or unlawful sources. Let me just take this call. Yes, Carl, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Please go ahead. Yes, Carl, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Go ahead.
Yeah, man, big up, man. Yo, I don't know what the man them amount, so even the latest brother with the integrity commission thing.
Yes.
I said the way all the man them teeth, them couldn't stop at some point.
Boy.
So him have to continue. Him never reached to a point where him think him have enough money where him could handle say here, let this alone. It come like say the man them have it come like it's a disease, the man them have become like say a normal man them it come like say them want to spend all the days of them life thieving, but here I would the whole of them forget prison, you know. You see me? I said that how much me have wholly more me could have said.
Yes.
But me left that alone.
Blessings, my brother.
I prison them to go. We have
straight prison. A straight prison this. A straight prison this.
Yeah, man.
All right. Cool. Now, I want to look at this now. Here it is. Right? Opening bank account balances 4,803,504. Loans, all financial institution 78,276,000. Investment proceeds. Hold on, let me take this call. Hold on, caller. I'm coming to you. I'm coming to you, caller. Yes, caller. You're on Mystic Sensation Live. Go ahead.
Yes, Mystic.
Blessings.
A guy like Andrew Wheatley should be executed for stealing public funds. I know about this guy from a long time ago. Remember the people he put to work at Nessal? Some of them were caught with hundreds of millions of dollars in cash.
Yes.
It's a long time this guy is behaving like that.
Wow.
Or something, if he was in parts of Asia like Singapore.
No, sir, I'm gone from day one.
Now, he would have been executed and all his financial wealth would be confiscated by the state and that of his family also. This man should not even be sitting in parliament.
This is disgraceful enough.
Xavier made the same. Xavier made file a frivolous and vexatious lawsuit against the Integrity Commission and stall his prosecution. So I see this wash-up lawyer called Abe Dabdu who retired 12 years ago coming out to defend Wheatley. So he wash up like a dead fish or a dead shark come to seashore.
Them just a look at money because they can't save him.
No, the kind of damage that this guy has done, you know, is worse than when a man take a machete and chop off a man's two hands, you know, because the hundreds of thousands of people who are hungry like dogs and can't get no house to live in, hospital equipment, mash up, no medicine for people to get there, can't save their lives or diagnose their illnesses. And this man is stealing money left, right, and center.
Yeah.
University of the West Indies become a ghost town because the people them can't find the first $500,000 for the tuition fees, right? Same thing with UTech and Micro Teachers College. These places are ghost towns.
Yes.
Education stop at high school now because the parents can't find any money to send them to obtain tertiary education. You have to have at least $500,000 for the first term, you know, that's 3 months, you know. That's a duration of 3 months.
Yes.
And Jonas is not providing any budgetary support to these educational institutions. So the matter of fact, they will tell you that those places have become a business commercialized up now because they have to survive on their own.
Yes.
I'm telling you, man, this guy crime. But I want to tell you something, you know. I realize talking not going anywhere with Andrew Wallace, you know. Let me tell you, you see just like how they have a lot of crowd on the street when carnival time coming around.
Yes.
The people should go out in droves and even go to Wheatley's house and take back them wealth. And you have to take back the things that they steal from the state and give it back to the people.
Yes,
Other
exactly.
than that, talking going nowhere. Go back for the wealth from Andrew Wallace. Go back for the wealth from Darrell Vaz. Go back from Andrew Wheatley. Xavier Main, Donovan Williams.
All right, but hold on, caller.
All of them, Bobby Montague.
All right, caller, hold on.
For the wealth and take it back.
Caller, hold on. Because we are going to ensure that they charge on a poker. You know? We are going to ensure that they charge on a poker. They're being prosecuted.
Charges are not sufficient. The people have to come out in their numbers and take back those material things and money from them.
Yes, poker will do that.
To their homes and take their properties and personal assets and everything. Let me tell you something. If you ever know poverty bad in Jamaica now, I don't even know how these children going to go to summer classes because the parents don't have the lunch money. They don't have the $30,000 to pay for the few weeks for summer class, and they don't have the taxi fares. I can tell you the country dry. Housing Trust not providing any homes. I know even Sergeant the police applies several times to get a little house. Every time he applies, he's turned down. So I can tell you nothing is happening. They have stolen away all our monies. And we have to be, let me tell you something, man. We have to be radical. This should be the straw that breaks the camel back with Andrew Wheatley.
Exactly.
When you see them in them expensive vehicle and thing, you're supposed to take them out. The citizens supposed to arrest them, put them vehicle and wreck and carry go home and sell it and give it back to poor people. That's how radical we have to get. Other than that, Andrew is not listening to any talking. Yes, it's good to sensitize the people because public information is very pertinent, right? But the people have to march out in droves and take action, confiscate their wealth by themselves. The procedures are too long, and they are going to find ways of defending themselves and buy out who they can buy out. But when the people take fast and decisive action, then that's the end. Because if they resist citizens' arrest, they will be further destroyed. The people have to come out and reclaim our Jamaica. We can't allow these people to rob our country like this and leave the country in such a quagmire. Jamaica was the richest in the Caribbean. Cayman used to borrow money from us. And look at what the country has come to now.
Yes.
And Joe Wheatley must be hung. He must be executed in these legal proceedings. Because the damage to society is so severe that hundreds of years to come it will have an effect. Damage generations. In regards to the deportation of foreign nationals, that is illegal. It's in breach of basic human rights and international laws.
Exactly.
So many other countries, even in West Africa, they had to rescind the deal and said, no, our people don't want it and we can't bother with it.
All right, but
so
stop, caller.
We have to pull out of it.
Stop, caller. Let me share something with you. Because Donald Trump is facing a midterm election in November. And if the Democrat successful, isn't that this is now more troubling now to Jamaica as it relates to the illegality of what Donald Trump had done?
It is unlawful.
Exactly.
Several courts in the US have ruled against that as an illegal practice because they would be sending out these people. Those people never told them that they want to go to third-party countries, right?
Exactly.
Because they wouldn't have known their language, their culture, and their people, and they would be far away from their families, right?
Yes.
So that is basic human rights breach.
Basic human rights breach. Love what you mentioned.
No country where the person is a resident can refuse entry. What these people can go back to their country because they are residents there, they are citizens under international law. Their country cannot refuse them. But guess what? Jamaica is a close transshipment point to the US, so US will find it conveniently to ship them off in the Caribbean because the flights across the ocean, across different Pacific, Asia, Africa, and those places too far and expensive. So the easiest way to get them off is to offload them in the Caribbean islands.
Whoa.
You understand? So that is illegal. But guess what?
Of course it is.
Andrew Holness was happy to endorse it because it will prevent him from being extradited.
Talk about things, huh?
Would be safe under the deal.
Talk about things, my brother. Talk about things, my brother.
Yeah, they would be safe under this deal because any investigation and extradition to be proffered by the State Department would have been cancelled because this is an agreement to help out the Trump's administration.
Talk of the things, my brother.
And you know they operate, they exchange. They exchange for purposes. They don't exchange without a purpose.
All right.
So Andrew Holness said, no, listen, we will be safe, but let us sacrifice the country and the people of Jamaica while we can maintain our wealth and we can travel freely. My brother, the people have to go out now. I'm telling you, where the law is not working out quickly under normal circumstances, the citizens, the very report you're working on now,
yes.
I see you're breaking down the report. The citizens should have a copy in their hand and go and arrest Andrew Wheatley, take him out of Parliament and put a handcuff on him and put him where he belongs, put him on trial and execute him. This man should be hung or given poisonous intravenous injection because it damage to society. You see, brother, if you walk the streets and see hungry people, some people who used to live a normal life, them a walk barefoot now, them shirt tear up, them can't replace them dentures. Toothpaste is a dream in Jamaica now. Most people can't find $1,300 to buy a reasonable size Colgate toothpaste.
Mighty goodness, it's really
when
bad.
People start talking to you, you have to hide your face. I saw the place mash up, you know. The place mash up, you know. These guys have stolen our money and it's causing a severe impact on society. And that's why I'm saying these crimes are these crimes are treasonous.
Treasonous.
You would have let down your country. You would have destroyed your people for your personal gains, right? I'm telling you,
that's exactly what happened.
Should be next because he should have been prosecuted months ago, and his thing is put on hold because he got his lawyer friend Nigel Jones, who both of them do business together and they know about the various crimes, and he filed a long suit against them and even lists 5 employees of the Integrity Commission on their lawsuit. So very vexatious and frivolous. But he's doing it for his personal gain because Nigel Jones, the attorney at law and record for Xavier Main, they are business partners. So it's a big conflict of interest right there. So I'm telling you, man, the people now have to go out. I can tell you the presentation that Mark Golding made this morning, he was very strident, eloquent.
Yes.
He was assertive and powerful.
Exactly.
There's no question that Mark Golding is the right man to lead the People's National Party. Look at the man made a brilliant presentation. He's helping us as the citizens and he's not in government. For those who didn't listen to the press conference this afternoon, they need to go back and listen to Mark Golding.
Yes.
The man was very clinical, and detail oriented,
Exactly. Exactly.
Let me tell you something, man. People, march out and go back and take your country. This country doesn't belong to Andrew Holness or Juliet Holness.
Well said.
Imagine you have a democratic society and have the Prime Minister in charge. The Prime Minister is in charge of the executive and the wife is in charge of the legislator.
Madness that.
Can you imagine?
All right.
So critical arms of government are being decided in a bedroom?
Decided in a bedroom. All right, I have to go run left now and take another call. You hear? But big up yourself. Love the input. All right. Yes, Bolo. How you doing?
Yeah.
Talk to me. Blessings.
Yeah, man. Bolo here, man.
All right, Bolo.
Big up Mystic. Big up Melting Pat, the wife.
That's
and big up the people in the chat. Now, I know some people frustrated, right?
Yes.
And rightfully so. But there are several straws that should have broken the capital's back. The raising of the fuel prices, the diesel fuel prices.
Yes.
The other day should have been one of them. But the next morning we woke up and there was crickets. Nobody, the people didn't rise up and react to. So I don't know what is going to be the catalyst to really make that change. However, there's a subtle attack on what we do in this space,
Yes.
And I think it's unfair. People say, all we have to attack. Well, there's a process. Raising awareness in any democracy is healthy to, for the change.
So
Yes.
after the awareness, people decide whether or not this is something that them have a vote and stand on in the streets together in solidarity for change, or in the polls where they are supposed to vote. You feel what I say? So that is democracy. So I just want people to be mindful that you are the ones that have the power, and when you decide collectively that you guys want to change the culture of Jamaica, the culture of Jamaica is going to change, because ultimately we are the problem. You understand? We like the sweets and the gear thing culture. You see what I deal with? That culture there is the microcosm of the larger problem. Because these big wigs were there in a parliament and government. A friend and Lincoln, we can get to deal with that thing and we can pay off a little money on the side. It's the same culture from inside of the smaller part of the culture and manifesting at the bigger part of the culture.
Exactly.
So it's really a cultural problem. And that's why a lot of people don't have no problem with Andrew, because them are thieves too.
Agreed.
And
Agreed.
if they the same, well, I guess we can say them thieves. So them not have a, because if them did in a field position and Andrew with the position, them probably would have done the same exact thing. You see what I mean? So they don't have a problem. So this thing is a cultural problem.
As a matter of fact, Bolo, some of them right now and say, yo, no allow the man to make him go and eat food.
That me I try to tell you, because you are going. Andrew, we have people in and get away, he might take care of it. In a few community, he might take care of. So they must say, oh, no, the man, the money take care away and the money do your thing and way. Them now look on as the man before call and say, oh, it affect the children then. You feel me? I deal with?
Yes.
Because corruption not only affect the present, it also affect the future as well.
Exactly.
You get me? I say,
right.
And the system of government for them have said not working. It's not working, but it's by design.
It's by design.
When it don't work, a man can say, yeah, man, just call this a person and then they can pay him a little thing and get the thing done. It's all about links. It's the links culture. You go for the license, I see a thing. You have to pay a man a money, and the culture the problem. So the people need to change the culture. If they don't change the culture, that's why they're not really into Mark Bullen, because Mark Bullen is a no-nonsense man.
Exactly.
My man is the right man for the job.
Exactly.
Because the man not take no foolishness. Anybody in a PMP party, we don't have to ask the question. Nobody never did have to tell him, say, this morning, resignation tender. Right now.
Look here.
Immediately.
If this happened to, one of the MP, right, on the opposition side, you know that he's gone. You know that him gone. Him gone, Bolo. Him gone.
No question. You understand? But in terms of moving forward still, there has to be some law that is put in place in the future. Obviously, this government and I'm going to do it where even previous, prosecutions of this nature, so for instance, he's found guilty. All the assets need to be seized.
Yes.
Just like when they catch one scammer and then take all of them thing them, the government official them cannot explain how they make their money. All their assets need to be seized.
Yes.
Right back to the people in Jamaica. We need a law like that. And anybody when they vote on that, they need to come out of parliament. If they have vote against that, they need to come out of parliament. And the people in Jamaica need to hold them to that if they're serious about changing the culture. Because they can't, as they look at scammer them, go to prison and take everything they have. But the scammer them when they're in a parliament when they're found guilty, seize all of their assets. Like when Mocha do and all of them other people. What is good for the goose is good for the gander. And I thank you, my brother.
Thank you very much, Bolo. All right, since I have few minutes to close, let me just skip everything and come to the final analysis of this document. Right, so I jump over a couple of things. So this is the charges that mounted against Mr. Wheatley. Charge 1, knowingly make a false statement in a statutory declaration. Provision, and here they provide the provision, section 15, subsection 1, subsection B of the Parliamentary Integrity of Members Act 1973, period, 2013 to 2017, right? That is the period that you only make false statement in a statutory declaration. Now, charge 2, only make a false statement in a statutory declaration, right? Section 43, subsection A, right? Subsection 2, subsection A of the Integrity Commission Act 2017 and between the period 2018 to 2022. Charge 3, failing without reasonable cause to provide information to the Director of Information and complain. That section affected Section 43, subsection 1, subsection B of the Integrity Commission Act 2017, right, for the applicable period. And charge 4, which is the most serious of all the charges, illicit enrichment, Section 14, subsection 5 of the Corruption Prevention Act 2001, for which period the investigation started 2013 to 2022. So this man, as it relates to the investigation period, right? And here is the strong argument in terms of, you understand, there is no way he can get away from the case. They are telling you about the strongest arguments and evidence for the prosecution. Here it is. The source, number 1, the source and application of funds analysis is the methodological, sound, and international recognized. The 164 million shortfall is a concrete, mathematically derived figure revised from multiple times to give Dr. Wheatley every benefit, right, of the doubt. So you know definitely, you understand, he can't, no way he can escape that. Number 2, right, as it relates to the sound argument that they are using against him in court. The Western medical buyer revelation is particularly damaging. The name purchaser had been deported from Jamaica 3 years before the alleged sale. So you know, say, obviously he's lying. Obviously, he's lying. If you understand what this means. The Western medical buyer revelation is particularly damaging. The name purchaser had been deported from Jamaica 3 years before the alleged sale. The judge wiped him out for that. Totally, like, him can't come back from that. This directly undermines a key income explanation and raises serious credibility concerns. Number 3, as it relates to their sound argument, the Tony Williams investment scheme was never mentioned in any declaration until April 24, when Dr. Wheatley was under pressure to explain a funding gap. The DI found no evidence of the scheme's existence. This again, strong argument against him in the court. Him gone down for that. Now, let us go to the next strong point that they are using. The East Kirkland Heights property omission are extensively documented through independent LA records, not dependent on Dr. Wheatley's own account. Now, the undeclared loans are proven by Bank of Nova Scotia records obtained independently by the Director of Investigation, not merely asserted. You hear that? Can't escape that. Dr. Wheatley's pattern of delay and only partial cooperation over 5 years investigation is fully documented in the chronology and will be difficult to explain explain to a court. Can't get away from that. Finally, the unexplained bank deposit of approximately 168 million across his personal accounts, even after every reasonable credit was given, provide powerful corroborating evidence. And let me just give you a thing in terms of the mathematics, the mathematical computation that they use. That that man was asking for, as it relates to here's the mathematical computation, right? Opening bank accounts 4,803,000, loans, right? 78,276,000, investment proceed 18,900,000, Insurance policy, 6,049,962 cents. Salary and parliamentary allowances, 51,389,305. Interest and bank accounts, right? 542,951. And rental income, 8 million, right? Take this until, 8 million, which comes to a total of 187.28 as it relates to total known income. If you come down into expenditures and assets acquired, right, 41,889,000, right, loan repayment, right, 70,672,000, investment, 3,740,000, properties acquired, 48,461, motor vehicle acquired, 10,499, living and other expenses, 176, right, total known applications, right, 351 million, right, and here it is. So if you add these two, right, and you take away this, right, from this, right, you're going to get $164 million. You understand? In variances that he cannot explain. So that is a problem for him. Take away that document on him. Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Please go ahead.
Mystic, according from Toronto. You hear me say?
Yes.
You don't think that all police officers and all them people, like civil servants, should consider themselves unemployed at this moment until the government step out of office?
You know, I agree.
They're paid based on the fact that the taxpayers are still running the system, and they're going to get paid with all civil servants and police and all the good police who believe that they're working for the taxpayers of the country.
Yes.
Should just sit back right now and do not go to work, and they should still get their pay and put a protest. That's a part of the protest until the government get kicked out.
Well, I would have to, of course, I would have to agree with you, right? But are they going to do it?
That's what I'm saying. That real people now who are supporting the country, they are the ones I'm talking to. The people who really mean Jamaica something, who are civil servants. Yes. They are the ones who should call upon them because they're the ones who are working for the government, and we are paying them as taxpayers. So, do you think we should call them out to say, listen, you are going to get your pay still. The government have to pay because the tax system is rolling over and everything is on budget. So they should now stay back from office and don't do no work. And this government should be left handicapped. That's it. Okay. All right. I do. Come out of office. That's it. Yes, I do agree with you. I do agree with you because that's a very effective method. Very effective method. So, because of course we're paying taxes. Yes. And if you're paying taxes, you should be able to call the shots. So the people who are now in disagreement with the government and what they're doing, they should tell the people who work in the offices at the civil servants, police. Yes. If you're good police and you really mean the country good soldier, you mean the country good, all our civil servants, you mean the country good, drop your freaking tools in your hand and do not turn up to work until these guys do surrender. Simple as that, because we don't want to go further with them until they put into something that we can create some form of change. It's simple as that. Hold on, caller. Hold on, caller. Everything. Hold on, caller. I want people to listen to this caller in terms of what this caller is saying. It's fundamental in terms of what this caller is saying, and I'm 110% in agreement with him. Right? 110% in agreement with him. Right? Yes, caller, go ahead. Yes, the civil servants are very important in this because they are the ones turning up to work every day and being the backbone of what is going on and bearing all the blunt of the outrage of the people. Because listen to me now, we know that all of what is going on, the police and such are involved in this, right? If they're going out now to protest on the street, not one gun can live up after one citizen who pays tax in this country, even if you're tax, not one police gun can live up. They should be standing out there on the sidelines with the protesters to defend them, and not even one word should be said from these officers because they are paid by these same taxpayers. And if they lift up one gun and fire one shot, there should be some way to get back to these people who are doing this to the people of the country. Or we know they are in collusion with Andrew Holness and the Jamaica Labour Party administration, which is a criminal organization who come to sell back into slavery. Bye, my brother. Have a good day. Amen. Amen. What a call. What a call. All right, Mountain Pot. Here you go. Just close us out because we are on that moment of closing. Yes, Mountain Pot. Come in.
Yeah, the situation in Jamaica, bad, you know. Where the government is concerned. Yeah. Lack of leadership and lack of vision and too much corruption. Justice system need to get them up together you know, do some quick conviction of these people in front of them. Yeah,
Yes.
people like Wheatley, you have to put him away. Yeah, and also the Prime Minister need to go to, and several more from within the party. And as the caller just said, Jamaican citizens them need to mobilize themselves together now. And just take the street and just make sure no say them, you know, represent themselves. Yeah, because the government not out there represent them now, you know. So the people have to take back the representation, yeah, that given to these politicians. Yeah, and becomes the government of the day. You understand? Because rightfully the people are the government in any case. So it just need a concerted effort now where you get the people on board now and go back in the mode of real patriotism. Yeah? Don't forget how hard the heroes them fight for free Jamaica from colonial leadership and, you know, Bakramasa as it relates to slave trade and slave exploitation. Yeah, that was a hard thing to accomplish. And they did it. So, I mean, these Jamaican now, these modern Jamaican need to get them up together. Yeah? And the youth them have to have understanding, say, education you can teach yourself, you know. You don't need Anjo government for educate you, you know. You can educate yourself. I stop going to school from me at 12. I never go back to school. Yeah, and Anjo government, no government can't trick me. You understand? Because I believe in a hard work. I believe in a self-reliance. I don't believe in a government and politician come around and give me nothing. He's a hard-working man. My hand them rough, you know. Yeah? And a guy now come take me and turn me in a prof because you say you're a politician. I don't join them thing there. Too much youth there at Jamaica just indulge themselves in a politics but don't care if you spell the word politics. Don't understand the meaning of it either. Politics is not about a party where you come see your mother and father affiliated to, you know, and vote for, you know. Because things and time change and you have to move with the time because the leadership have to change for your party. And if a guy come in with corrupt, you're not supposed to support him because you're labor right. You know, so when take the country down a shit hole and I yield back the floor. Good night.
Right. Well, that is where we have it, right? My Jamaican people. Well, pretty much as it relates to, right, I will be passing through, right, to, will be on Rattigan program, diaspora program, and then after Rattigan diaspora program, I'll be jump across to Wayne Lonesome Titans, right, program. So my schedule for today is extremely busy. Right, so bear with me, right? So the next within the next couple of minutes, I'll be on Rattigan program, and then after Rattigan program, I jump across to Titans, right? So I want to say give thanks to all the people who tuning in with Mystic Sensation. Really love the vibes and the interaction, right? So let me just hand over to Moms. For Moms to take us out, wifey.
Okay, everyone. Again, thank you so much. Have a wonderful and blessed rest of your day, and we will see you tomorrow. And Melting Pot, bless up yourself, and thank you so much.
Blessings.
I appreciate
all right
continued insight. Bless up, everyone.
So why you come to me with that foolishness, you know? You elect a prime minister, and is a prime minister run the country. It is time we learn to hold our leaders accountable for their actions and stop making excuses for them. Stop making excuses. Otherwise, go elect the people who really run in the country. And I don't want the right start that stupid argument. Hold the people you elect accountable and stop making excuses for them.